Question. How do we call? He gave us a signal.
What up, Gotham Guardians and Arkham Adversaries? It is your boy Trey of the Bat Channel, and we are live once again from the Bat Cave. And tonight we have a damn good show because a lot is going on. This weekend was nuts. Trending events all over the place. Just proving that this fandom ain't going nowhere.
Did somebody say a damn good show?
I said a damn good show.
Man, I haven't heard that since Atomic Hot Sauce.
No, you know that today is an Atomic Hot Sauce kind of day, Corey.
We're going to have a damn good show today.
Guys, you hear the voice of God, Super Bro Corey himself, my best co-host I could ever ask for.
What's up, everybody? How are we doing today? It's a beautiful Monday.
It is a good Monday.
It's
Usually you have a case of the Mondays, but not today.
Well,
not today.
I like my job, Trey.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Well, guys, it is so good to be with you guys Monday night. I know we don't normally do a stream on Monday night, but there's too much goodness from this weekend and some craziness today for us not to talk about. Yes, we will be talking about James Gunn's response to the fans' demands for the Ayer Cut of Suicide Squad. We will be talking about that. We'll be giving our take. And this is an open panel show tonight. We haven't released our StreamYard link just yet, but we will once we get done with our Black Adam portion. But before we begin our show, guys, as always, follow us on our social media pages like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at @the_Bat Channel. It's a great way to get in touch with us and DM us some of the things you want us to talk about, or maybe some of the things we missed in our video discussions. We love hearing from you guys and just connecting on a personal level. It really means a lot to us. And if you're still over on Facebook, you can follow us at Holy Bat Channel. If you're not, just join us on Twitter and Instagram. We releasing some fire videos on TikTok lately. You're going to want to see the one we released on TikTok earlier this evening.
I should probably get a TikTok.
You probably should, Super Bro. Become a 13-year-old girl. No, I'm just kidding.
Renegade.
And as always, you can help us out so much when you guys smash that like, share this video, get all of your friends into the chat. I love it when I see in the background Corey struggling to keep up with everyone. So please make Super Bro Corey super busy with all of your comments. Go crazy, get your friends into the chat because we're going to have a lot to discuss tonight. And I'm excited to see all the people who join us for our panel today and hear their thoughts about all the craziness. Corey, who all do we have in the chat today? It's been blowing up.
Yeah, man, it has been blowing up. So, we got Batman's thoughts, letting everybody know that I was right. We got TJ in the house, Mr. Socks Bulletins, everybody. Hi, Joel Socks. Claudia Plays in the house, The Butler, hashtag Restore, the Snyderverse guy, Oracle's Clock Tower, Beyond the Night, the boy Zod Rider, Bat Fanatic, the Batman Who Laughs. Chat is already on fire. Super Bro Corey is going to have a rough night. Absolutely. Joker's Wild, Momoa. Batman is in hell here.
My man.
Trevor H. We got Lauren Snyder in the house.
What's up, Lauren Snyder? Is this your first time? Seems like. What's up, Ryan?
I think Lauren Snyder was when we did that big show, but welcome. Yeah. If not, welcome back, Lauren Snyder. If this is your first time, welcome. Ryan Swayze.
Hello, Ryan.
The Batman. Organ Beans is in the house.
Organ Beans
and Beans. We got Lucas Ironside.
Lucas.
We got Ryan.
Dawn of Hope. What is up, brother? Good to see you, Ryan.
Chad Snyderverse. I know I missed a few. It was coming in hot.
But Andy Muschietti.
It was coming in hot. I know I missed some. Batman was dropping that Corey is right.
Batman's losing it. Batman is losing it. Right. Guys, if you have a question for tonight's show or a discussion a topic you want us to discuss, super chat goes a long way in helping Corey kind of star those comments so that we can bring it up and talk about it. And plus, we like to show our love back to you guys with doing a little bit of funny little clips for you guys just to show our appreciation, because we know every dollar means a lot, and when you show your support to us, I mean, it's just goes right back into helping the show.
We're already almost to 30 likes already today.
Almost to 30 likes. Man, maybe if we get to 50 likes, maybe I'll reach out to Wonder Wife Sarah and be like, you have to make an appearance. Yes, I'm selling off my wife. Just kidding. She's gonna be like, seriously, again?
Yep.
Yes. How about my channel, babe? It doesn't do well unless you're here.
It's funny. The second you mentioned Wonder Wife, it just
jumped to 40. People just want to see her.
Kick Trey off the show.
Oh my god! Well, guys, it is so great to see everyone in the chat tonight. Really do appreciate it. We have a lot to talk about. After we get done with our Black Adam portion, we will be talking about the main topics like James Gunn's response to the fans of the release the Ayer Cut movement, and the big stuff that Jason Momoa has been doing, the little hints that he's been doing. We'll talk about that.
What's up, I'm excited. I know about some of the stuff that we're talking about. I have not seen the Momoa video yet. It's been a busy day at work. Went to grocery store shopping after work. Got home. Ate, crashed, slammed some food real quick.
Slammed down some food like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. And then here I am now. So
are
we gonna play the video tonight?
Yes, I did pull both videos so people could see it. So what went down. So I am excited. What's up, Iffy? It's good to see you, my man.
We got the man himself in the house tonight, Mikey Son.
Oh snap! Mikey Son, Scooper Supreme. Guys, if you have not picked up your Dreamwalker issue number 2, you need to. You just need to get all the Dreamwalker-ness. Okay? Just do it.
Dreamwalker-ness.
The variants, the second issues. Just do it. Good luck on trying to find them because they keep selling out.
Man, isn't that freaking awesome, dude? I'm digging how quickly they're selling out as well. That just screams awesomeness. It's already been fantastic
and
stuff.
Rightfully deserved. The artwork by Noel is fantastic. The story is just
story is great by Mikey. I'm constantly excited in the spin-off series that he's been talking about. Oh man.
Oh yeah, man. So many good stuff coming up, and I'm excited for it. So yes, Mikey, we might have to get you on the show tonight once we open it up. So if you're available, sir, I'll send you the link in just a moment. But guys, let's go ahead so that way we can get the open panel started fairly soon. Here, let's just already dive into the show and talk about the Black Adam box office updates. As you may have heard, Black Adam was number 1 in the box office for the 3rd weekend straight. It's one of only 3 films that have been able to do that. So congrats to Black Adam. Now, it wasn't a giant pull at the box office. It was right about $19 million. But all things considering, the fact that it's just still, it's solid starts, but as Robert Mayer Burnett said, who was over on John Campia's show, I know I usually don't like saying that name, but Robert, a guy who I do appreciate, and I appreciate his takes on things, because I think he looks at them unbiasedly. He had to say, first of all, it has to make money. I would say $475 million. That's the lower end. They're going to want it between $500 and $600 million would be the ideal that would trigger the production if they already have the script, which it sounds like they already do have the script for Black Adam 2. Now, this kind of just reconfirms that someone like Robert is also saying 475 million. Corey and I, when we were talking about based off the budget being $200 million, and that's before marketing costs and all the PA costs, that it was going to be, they were going to need about 450 million to make really any kind of profit on this. And it's going to be difficult. It did cross the 300 million worldwide mark. It's at $321 million right now. But the bad news is apparently China is going to ban this film from being able to play in their theaters.
That's a for sure thing already. I've heard it's been going back and forth.
It's been going back and forth, but the reasoning is interesting. You would think the reasoning would be probably because, Hawkman is played by a black actor, because we know they have a bit of issues with that. Wow. You would even think that the idea of Sabak being into this film, because he's kind of the devil character, and they, China has a lot of issues with like religious characters and demons and stuff like that being in some of their films. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why Marvel has kind of been hesitant to do a character like Mephisto, who is their version of Sabakan devil character, Yeah. So China. I was expecting that to be a reason why this film would be banned, but no, it was apparently because Pierce Brosnan came out in support of the Dalai Lama. Yeah. It really just seems like they wanted to find an excuse to ban this film. So they're like, Pierce. Let's just go with that guy. China. Because see, Corey, China, it doesn't like what, America has to offer. But you know what? Dwayne Johnson's about to lay down the people's elbow to them, and he's going to get that film out there. If he's able to figure out a way to get that film into China, then without question, this film is going to pass that 450 million mark, and it's going to hit profit. Now, it is sad that it's not looking like it will hit 600 million, but nonetheless, it's a fairly solid outing for a character that no one knew. And really, the JSA has never been seen theatrically. So all things considering, not bad. Just a few things that didn't work out in The Rock's favor. But we do know he has, in the foreign markets, he tends to do very, very well. So we'll see if that continues, if it has the legs. He is going to be going up against films like Black Adam, Wakanda Forever, which are just going to be box office draws anyways.
Black Adam, Wakanda Forever?
Did I say Black Adam?
I think you said Black Adam.
Black Panther, my bad. Black
Adam, Wakanda Forever.
Black Adam, yeah, Dwayne Johnson's going to show up. He's taking over for that role as well.
Do you smell?
E-Bombay.
Do you smell?
Oh my gosh. But so all in all, not too bad of news for Black Adam. It's not the greatest news in the world, but ideally, I think they're still within range to hit the $475 million mark. It's going to be a tough road, but what?
You know what I think? I think we all, as fans, should go and see Black Adam again this weekend instead of like I've already been talking about this with Zod and other people. But man, I tell you what, I was listening to the radio on the way home now, and in the afternoon, this girl likes to talk about movies, and she's a local gal. That's how small the community is, and she said some things that I've been like, oh, that's incorrect what you just said, and she's reporting on movies and stuff like that. She was like,
something you would know about, huh?
Yeah, she was like talking about like 300 one day, and then Russell Crowe being the star actor in the movie, and I was like,
Gerard Butler?
That's literally what I said. I was like, we're reporting news here. Fake news.
Fake news. But not even close, lady.
But today she was like, "Move over, Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Wakanda Forever's coming in. Just like kind of bad mouthing him." I'm like, "Girl, I'm about to go see it. Every showing this weekend now for what you just said. I want to show some massive support this weekend for Black Adam. There's a lot of other things going on with that, but
You know, that's actually not a terrible idea to kind of make a push for, for all DC fans to go see Black Adam this weekend while Wakanda. Now, theaters are going to be crazy. But like how I kind of talked to you about earlier, how there's that group that's telling people like only African Americans can see Black Adam opening weekend. And it's like, if you're smart, like I get you're trying to say a political statement, and I'm not even going to touch that political statement. But if you want this film to succeed and emphasize that political statement, then you should have everyone blow this film up financially and make it one of the biggest box office openings ever. Yeah. And it's just silly that there's that kind of argument, like going on, like, no, you guys can't go see this film, like only African Americans. And it's like, what? Like, okay, fine. Then we'll go see Black Adam. Yeah. Mikey Son, do you have any more leaks? I'm sure he does. That man knows far more than...
When he broke the cool table on the 5th of November, that was some funny stuff, dude.
Some crazy stuff indeed. Now, guys, that's all we had for the Black Adam portion of things.
Told you, Batman, by the way. Batman was trying to holler at me saying that Black Adam was...
Gonna do Top Gun Maverick numbers.
Top Gun Maverick, and I
didn't think so on that. I was hoping for 750 million. That was my hope.
I was hoping it'd hit $1 billion. But,
I was hoping, but like realistically, I thought it was going to be a stretch for $1 billion.
I think right after Batman said he wanted it to be Top Gun Maverick, I was like, nope, not $1 billion anymore.
You jinxed it. It's your fault, Batman. Corey, can you go ahead and put our open panel link into the chat so that way people can join us?
Will you pin it?
Pin it? Yes, I will. 1 second.
So,
guys, we are...
Wait. I'll do... join us on the open panel tonight.
Fair enough.
There we go.
I'm surprised that I see Mikey said Rotten Tomatoes hurt Black Adam's box office because it was so low, but I'm not sure if I believe that so much. I mean, I can see some people being like, oh, well, critics say it's terrible, but at the same time, I see the audience score. If the audience score was like 70%, 60%, then I see people believing what the critics have to say. But because there was such like a 50% difference, I feel like the word of mouth for Black Adam was far greater than, what the critics could have done to hurt that film. But I don't know. We'll see. It kind of depends.
Yeah, but that's the issue with people not making up their own mind. They're forming their own opinion on something. They just see what the pros say, and that's it. So sad news. So looks like we have some people filing in. Trey, are we ready to start bringing some people in?
In just a moment. I do see people in the panel. We'll give people a few more minutes to kind of keep joining in. But yes, our next topic is going to be, obviously, this weekend there was a Twitter trending event for the Release the Ayer Cut movement to get David Ayer's true vision of Suicide Squad. Now, for those who don't know who are watching our show for the first time, if you like, Orc and Beans had asked us about this after one of our Delta Squad streams, that basically after the backlash of the BVS, theatrical release, Warner Brothers panicked, and not only did they screw with Zack Snyder's Justice League, but they messed with David Ayer's Suicide Squad. They really chopped it up, cut it up, and Deadpool, the success of Deadpool really affected how the tone of this film would change by adding a lot of pop tunes and kind of creating this relationship between Harley Quinn and Joker that people were kind of simping for, which was weird. But that is all over. Now that the old regime is gone, we know we could get the Snyder Cut. It is now David Ayer's turn. So there was a Twitter event, over 250,000 tweets worldwide trending. Huge, absolutely huge. We even got a clip that was released. Wasn't in the greatest quality for us to see, and there was honestly kind of a mess up of when that clip was released. Kind of silly.
It was kind of funny, to be honest with you.
It was. But a few people did show up for it. Jay Hernandez, who played Diablo, tweeted hashtag release the Ayer Cut. Wayne T. Carr, who was Green Lantern in Zack Snyder's Justice League in the deleted scene that we haven't seen yet. And even David Ayer himself came out and said hashtag release the Ayer Cut.
Ooh.
And Zach showed his support over on Vero by liking a post. So you know that with all of that being said, a lot of attention came onto the Ayer Cut. And he even gathered the attention of Mr. of James Gunn himself. Corey, can you open up that slide, please?
Yes, sir.
And guys, we'll bring you on. I know I see a few people in the back panel. We'll get you guys on to get your guys' thoughts on this. So here's what I wanted to talk about. Corey, can you make that full screen for people?
It is full screen.
Oh, sorry. My computer must be slow. Okay, so you see Jay Hernandez, who...
Ha-ha! Bye, Trey. Maybe he's starting to fade out, but let's see if I can read it real quick before he completely loses it. Obviously, David Ayer gave us a hashtag release the Ayer Cut. Over 250,000 tweets for release the Ayer Cut. Jay Hernandez at 7:22 p.m. on November 6th said, seeing all this DCU talk is making me feel devilish. I'd love to see that cut at James Gunn at David Ayer Movies. Trey, you're back, it sounds like.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Sweet. Awesome. So Jay Hernandez asked for the Ayer Cut back, but James Gunn, the new co-head of the DC Studios, which was scooped by Mr. Mikey Sutton himself that they would be developing a DC studio. James Gunn happened to stop by and tweet this out. Opened up Twitter at the end of a long creative weekend to see the many tweets to hashtag save Legends of Tomorrow. I looked that up. It was only like 3,000 tweets.
I think it was 8,000 tweets by the time
Was
I
it?
saw
Okay.
it. So needless to say, I would have appreciated him if he put release the Ayer Cut first, but that's just me nitpicking.
Well, maybe save him best for last. I won't beat him up on that. But it was still kind of like, I remember reading that and been like, there was a hashtag save Legends of Tomorrow going on.
Right. I had no clue.
Right? But he says, and hashtag release the Ayer Cut and fan support for other DC projects over the years. The majority of these requests were enthusiastic and respectful. That is super important to me. I love hearing that because I think it's important for DC fans and more importantly, Snyderverse fans to go against that toxicity that people say we are and to prove them wrong, because I don't believe that. As James Gunn says in his next tweet, as the new and first ever CEOs of DC Studios, Peter and I think it's important we acknowledge you, the fans, and let you know we hear your different desires for the pathways forward for DC. Although our ability to interact on Twitter has been lessened due to the workload of our new positions, we are listening and open to everything as we embark on this journey, and will continue to do so for the next few years. Now, this is the tweet that kind of threw people under, in chaos. But all our initial focus is on the story going forward, hammering out the new DCU and telling the biggest story ever told across multiple films, television shows, and animated projects. So basically he's saying not only are the films and TV shows going to be one giant cohesive story, but now the animated projects as well. He also goes on to say, we invite all of the DC fandoms from across the multiverse and everyone else as well into this new universe. We can't wait to reveal more. Now, I want to keep in mind, we can't wait to reveal more because that's going to be a topic that we discuss later on after this. Now, David Ayer did respond and he said, beautifully said, James, DC is lucky to have you. So once again, just great support between the two, especially. And this is not the first time that they've shown their support to each other. Mm-hmm. They've, many other times when the Suicide Squad was coming out, David Ayer was very supportive of that film. You know how I felt about that film. I was not a fan, but I appreciated the support between the two. I will say that. And obviously, James Gunn's not my favorite person in the world. But I think it's important to know that James Gunn, unlike Walter Hamada, acknowledged the fans' requests and said he's open to everything. And we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this with everyone on our panel because I'm curious to hear what they have to say about it, because this has been, creating even more divide and chaos between the fandoms.
Yep.
Corey, let's go ahead and bring on our fire panel.
All right, I'm going to bring them all in. We got Zod Rider in the house, Bat Dan, and Taladia Plays.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
It is wonderful to see you all here. Thank you for joining us tonight. I know you guys were busy talking about this the other night with Sil Nation, Sil Abdul.
Guys, this what's happened today. What happened today is even bigger than yesterday. I don't know why everybody is even wasted time worrying about what was said yesterday. Today is most important, or yesterday, going off of when Jason Momoa actually recorded his video. This occurred, and this is the biggest news. This is all we need. I mean, this is everything, guys.
It is absolutely, and you're absolutely right. Even though James Gunn acknowledged all the trending events this weekend, really the big news is what happened later today. But we'll get to that after this topic for sure. But Batman, what was your thoughts about the trending event and having a co-head of DC Studios finally acknowledge the fans' request?
I think it was great to finally get acknowledgement from people in an actual position of power. We never got that unless except for Sarnoff denouncing it. The fact that James Gunn basically said that they're open to anything with release Ayer Cut, that means everything. That is huge. And the people who are so desperate to try to prove Sil wrong somehow because James Gunn somehow said no, because it was what you were saying, Zod Riders, that KNOW, that now means no, as in not yes. That was like the big joke. Or like, it's ridiculous. It's like, this is great news, and we should be happy. We as D fans should be happy. We should stop moving the goalpost, and we should stop whining like little bitches all the time and be happy for the good things to come. I'm talking to you all, major hub accounts. Stop being little bitches. And I'm not even drunk saying this.
Fair enough. It's saucy take, but I like it. Talati Plays, my man, it's good to see you. What's your thoughts about this weekend, the trending event that the fandom still holds a lot of power to this day, to where they can, not a lot of fandoms can do over 200,000 tweets just, whenever they want, basically.
Yes. Firstly, thank you for having me on. And secondly, this event was kind of big with over 200K tweets for this event. And the WBD DC head saw this. And this literally says they're open to the idea of the Ayer Cut. Like Bat Dan said, the old regime never thought about it. It's basically James Gunn and Peter Safran says, acknowledge us now. Acknowledge us. And we acknowledge them as DC studio heads, and they acknowledge us as fans. And it's pretty much like how WWE see things, with Roman Reigns and the fans and stuff like that. So I really think that this is really good news, and I'm really looking forward to what DC has got up their sleeves, especially with what James Gunn has said with their tweets, and also Jay Hernandez supporting the Ayer Cut. And I must have tweeted this tweet out. Okay.
That was interesting.
Oh, that happened to everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was Trey. Yeah, there's Trey's back too.
Oh, my back. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was everybody went kind of down there for a second.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Something must be with StreamYard.
Yeah, it must be with StreamYard. But as I was saying, I just think that the whole thing, it was crazy, and it won me over. James Gunn has won me over. Simple as.
So you're full James Gunn's, like, he's on the right track.
He's on the right path to basically getting what listening to the fans, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got. If he gets things wrong, I'll call him out on it, of course. But if he doesn't, then I'm excited.
Okay.
Yeah, Mikey Hamada's busting the stream.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Amato's like, no, they can't be talking good about him. Damn you, Gunn.
Yeah, Zod definitely took a huge hit there. He's still not quite back yet, but yeah, that was wild. We all busted. I would say this, Trey, as far as things go for kind of how I am thinking about this. What was it? Is the exact response that I would have liked? I was hoping, they just freaking announced it. That's what I really want. But
Same here.
That being said, I can't thank him enough for at least being acknowledged. The cool thing about this all is James Gunn has had a year plus now, a couple of years of just watching this old regime treat us like shit for so many years. And I appreciate that they are saying right from the get-go, that's not how we're going to be. We're going to acknowledge our fans. They may not do everything that we like, but they're going to at least listen to us. So it was very, hopeful in my eyes to see a response to that quickly, because that's their weekend too. So he could have waited until Monday, but no, he saw the enormous response, and everybody talking about releasing the Ayer Cut, and they took time out of their personal time to reach out to us. And clearly, like he said, he probably had to get some approval before he probably had to talk to Warner Brother Discovery about, like, hey, how are we going to respond to this? What can I say? Let's have a media team to kind of figure out what's the right words to use, compared to like a certain Jason Momoa that just freaking goes nuts. It sounds like I'm really curious to hear
what rogue a bit. Yeah.
I'm curious to hear what Momoa said today.
Though.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And I think one thing we'll really need to dive in deep and kind of get your guys' thoughts on is the one tweet that really kind of threw people, like, I feel like people are like, yep, good tweet. Why did you say that? Don't say that. And people were like blowing up on just the simple fact that he said the word but, and as if that but was like, I don't care about what you guys want. This is what we're doing in the future, as he says, but all our initial focus is on the story going forward, hammering out the new DCU.
Yep.
So tell me, I see we have more people in the back.
We have 2 more people in the back. Yep.
I see more people on the backstage. Let's go ahead and bring them in, because I would love to hear their thoughts on this as well. Hopefully we get Zod back here.
Yeah, we got the Savage back.
Yo, what's up, motherfuckers?
I removed him from the main portion, and we have Vega in the house.
Vega, my man.
What it do?
Hey, brother, are you still in Boston?
No, I actually made it back to Chicago yesterday. Yeah, I've been back. Nice,
dude. How's it been going? How was your trip in Boston?
Man, the trip was more than I anticipated. Like, it was great trip. I did a lot more things than what I thought I was going to do, for sure.
Awesome.
But yeah, it was great.
I'm
a lot of learning.
I bet. I'm glad to hear you had a good trip. Hopefully it was well resting, but you must have come back to kind of a crazy Twitter, lots of notifications, seeing all the big
I was at the airport while all that was happening, and then the moment the flight is about to take off, it's like when it started getting really juicy. I'm like, So then I touched back down, and like a whole lot of stuff happened, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
it's nuts. I gotta say it's a lot of things going on, but
Yeah, Vega.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. But I feel like overall we can still be hopeful about everything that's being said. You know, I like to play devil's advocate. Like I like to try and understand what the other side is saying, and you
Same.
know, get a good idea of being in their shoes, put myself there, start thinking, whatever. So I can see certain things that are being said that can, I guess, formulate some form of doubt or uh, perhaps even something that mirrors something that's happened before.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get that. But then there's a lot more things happening, in my opinion, that wasn't happening before, and things that are being said that are should be treated with hope, like and admiration.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people added some of the kind of. I mean, people. I mean, you could say the same about us Snyder fans that we read into things too much, but
Right.
there is also that expectation that Zach had set place that said there's a double meaning within everything he does. So we kind of are that way of looking into things, deeply.
Right.
People were really looking in heavily during the Warner Brothers Q3 call about how things are going. And one of the things that people really tore David Zasloff up about was the simple fact that he said it's been 13 years since we've had a Superman film, which the number wasn't correct, but they took that as the guy knows nothing what he's talking about. I mean, can people really fault him? I mean, to me, that sounded like an easy mess up of, just getting the number wrong.
I don't know if anyone's going to answer, but I feel like, yeah, that you're looking too deep into that if you're really trying to pin the guy on something like that. It's to me that's an honest mistake. You know, is it, with that, just out of curiosity, does 13 because Man of Steel doesn't even go back 13 years, right? So that's that, and then is it that the Superman Returns goes back 13 years, and if that's the case,
That's what
that's
I
actually
was
kind of
thinking.
that's actually
Yeah.
kind of hilarious. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's kind
I
of
mean, I
hilarious.
will say
That's more
maybe
than
he's also
13.
thinking about when Man of Steel 2 actually does come out. Technically, maybe it would be 13 years before we get that Superman film, that
Right.
solo Superman film. So I mean, I don't fault him for saying that incorrectly. Or maybe we just didn't understand it in the way he meant it. But Savage, what's your thoughts? Thank you for being here, sir. I know originally you said you couldn't be here, but it's always good to see you here, brother. What's your thoughts
Hey.
about the Twitter event and everything going on, and the simple fact that James Gunn actually acknowledged the fans?
Well, I spoke about this on State of the Fandom. I'm really disappointed in. Well, I said what I said was never underestimate the predictability of stupidity, and that is what's going on right now. People aren't even reading what's going on. They're just hating for no reason, looking for the boogeyman.
Yeah.
And I'm not interested in that no more. Seriously, it's a crock of shit, and yeah. The old fandom is dead. Well, the fandom is dead. The new era is here now.
Interesting. So when you say the fandom is dead, do you just say that in the sense that the former glory that this group was at will probably never reach that same impact that we had before, or is it just time for it to evolve?
No, not that. I'm saying that the people that was kind of in charge, taking the clout before, are irrelevant now. There's a new era of the fandom, which is the fans.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it is time for people to stop kind of separating the differences between Snyderverse fans and DC fans, and we get back to because as I'm starting to believe more and more, thanks to all the scoops Mikey Sutton has said, and other people like Small Screens have kind of predicted now, the Snyderverse is restored and being restored. And it's really at this point, there's no reason to be Snyderverse only fans, but to be DC fans again, because that is DC now. Snyderverse is DC. And I think people need to start realizing that the DCEU didn't just mean Snyderverse, but the DCU now includes that. And I think people need to start getting on that train a little bit, at least until they prove us wrong otherwise. To get your guys' thoughts, let's go ahead and dive into that tweet, that particular tweet that really blew people up about, where James Gunn says, but all our initial focus is on the story going forward, hammering out the new DCU. A lot of people took that as that word "but" meant your opinions, your requests, your demands don't matter because this is our plan. Are they wrong in that thought process? And if so, why or how? Let's start with we'll do Batan, then Savage, Taladia, Zod, Vega, and then Super Bro.
Yes, they're 100% wrong. They are 100% wrong. James Gunn never once said that they're not going to do this. He's saying that we hear our concerns and that they're going to listen to them. Yes, their immediate focus right now is new movies going forward, such as, Superman Dawn of Hope, Batfleck v Deathstroke. That's what they're kind of focused on going forward, other parts of the Snyderverse. But here's the thing. It's a director's cut. It's not that hard to just release. It doesn't take long-term planning. It's just signing some contracts, put it out, and just saying that, hey, guess what? We're choosing the Ayerverse timeline, just like Zaslav chose the Snyderverse timeline. But people need to stop. The little bitches I referred to earlier need to shut up and stop looking for L's in that tweet. The tweet was all good news. Simple as that. And they're reaching. They are 100% reaching.
All right, yeah, and I'm going to bring in the next guest we have here real quick.
Scooper
Mr.
Supreme himself.
Hey!
What's up, Mikey? How you doing, sir?
Mikey!
Oh no, Mikey.
Oh, Panic in the Disco. Here we
Hey! Blood is blood on the dance floor.
Here comes all the betas trying to cancel TBC.
Oh, you're doing a laughing Batfleck now.
Thank God. Oh yeah, he is doing that.
A laughing
Yeah.
Batfleck instead of laughing Snyder. Spill the
Yeah.
beans, sir.
I'm not sure. Maybe he hasn't fully connected yet. I don't hear him.
I don't
I
know.
don't hear him.
Mikey,
Yeah.
if you can hear us, we're not getting audio on our end. If you want to write us
The
in
old
the
regime
chat.
found you, Mike.
While we're waiting for Mikey's microphone to start working, Savage, go ahead and give us your thoughts, sir, about that particular tweet that's causing up all the chaos and the reactions.
Well, it's complete nonsense, and you know what I mean. I don't. There's no way of saying it without being rude. Really, it's just obviously people can't read because what James Gunn said had nothing to do with what the fandom was kicking off about. He actually even hashtagged the released the Ayer Cut hashtag. I really, really don't understand what they're going on about.
Yeah. I feel like with some people, and part of it is PTSD, right? Or post-traumatic, Homada syndrome, where we've really been kind of shut down from Warner Brothers and now here and Warner Media, more importantly, to where people are they're hesitant to believe that something good is going to happen to the Snyderverse. And I understand it. I understand the concerns. But I think we won't have to worry about that too much longer. Mikey.
Mike, I don't want to cut you off, but Mikey Sutton just dropped a secret to me that I cannot reveal, and I'm sorry.
Don't you pull a Jason Momoa.
But I'm gonna react to it right now because the reality is, listen. I know, and I know you're talking about all that James Gunn stuff, but I got to be honest with you guys. The fact that so many illiterate people are just projecting what they want from James Gunn is just straight up crazy. And I'm complete with my brother Savage Bad on this. There's no real way to say it without being rude. At this point, I'm so sick of these people. Yesterday, I was attacked on a live stream because of my opinions and my views on how I felt about James Gunn. And now that I'm excited by the direction that James Gunn apparently is taking WBD when it comes to DC, now all of a sudden I'm a villain because I'm choosing to support James Gunn and to embrace positivity rather than be negative about the guy. And here's the thing. Again, guys, we have so much to look forward to now. And the fact that simple literacy is something that the world has not embraced at this point is a very, very sad state of affairs. The world needs a reboot. That's all I have to say. I cannot believe this. Simple literacy, simple reading comprehension. People don't have that ability. It is ridiculous.
It's fair.
I'm over it. I'm so over it. When I see people
reading Rainbow,
he said no to the Ayer Cut. He said no. He said no to the Ayer Cut. He said no to the Snyderverse. He did nothing of the sort. He said what he was focusing on. He didn't say no to any of those things. And like Savage Bat pointed out, he used the freaking hashtag. He used release the Ayer Cut.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sorry, Trey. I'm just so angry over this because to me, it's so obvious. James Gunn couldn't have been more transparent than he was in that simple PR statement that he put out. I don't know how much clearer the man could be. He literally says in the first paragraph, we are open to everything. When you say everything, that means everything. That means new DC. That means Snyderverse. That means Ayer Cut. That means everything. What do these people need? Do these people need James Gunn to literally send them a Valentine and be like, WBD loves you, RT Snyder Cut, and we apologize for the way that you and all your Snyder only fans have been treated over these last couple of years. So we are restoring the Snyderverse. We're releasing the Ayer Cut. Oh, and by the way, we are also doing these new things and moving DC into a new direction as well. But just so that you know, and you don't freak out, RT Snyder Cut and other big Twitter accounts, we are restoring the Snyderverse and we are releasing the Ayer Cut. So calm your asses down because it's going to happen.
You know, I think it's one of those things where it's now being used as a tactic to kind of keep this chaos to be like, because I mean, we all remember back in 2018, 2019, where people would be like, you know, Warner Media would not ignore us or they wouldn't acknowledge us so that it would be like, well, they say it's not going to happen or it doesn't exist. Like that pisses us off. Let's go tweet. And to the point where our numbers were obnoxiously high, you know, unless if you believe the bots thing going on. But it's one of those things where I think people are using it too much as a tactic now.
Trey, common sense needs to become common again. Listen, we have a lot of elements that people are just not embracing here. James Gunn and Zack Snyder. I know that it's show business, not show friends, but the reality is James Gunn is a creative. And guess what? He's friends with Zack Snyder. He has a working relationship with Zack Snyder. He's friends with David Ayer. He has a working relationship with David Ayer. Hello, he's a creative. He understands what it's like to have his project taken away from him by the big corporate studio. He knows what that pain feels like. He went through it with Disney. Hence, people forgot about the Guardians of the Galaxy debacle. Listen, this man understands. He's a creative. That's why he's good for this position. I don't understand how people just completely and conveniently omit all of these details and all of these things when it comes to Zack Snyder and David Ayer in DC. Because you know why? Because it doesn't fit their narrative. They hate Zack Snyder so much. I've never seen a community with a bigger hate boner for somebody than the one that these people have for Zack Snyder. I've never seen anything like it. They hate Snyder. They hate Snyder's fandom. Even when we're saying things that pretty much everybody should be agreeing with, because we're saying that you should support the new regime and you should be positive moving forward and you should give James Gunn a chance. They're still arguing with us, still attacking us, still saying that we're wrong, because they hate Zack Snyder that much that anything that is positive, that could be positive about Zack, or the very idea of Zack Snyder stepping foot in a Warner Brothers studio again, is literally killing these people. It's giving them herpes. They're so up in arms over it. They're getting a mobile version of herpes because they're scared of Zack Snyder coming back to the studio. God forbid it be Zack Snyder. Anybody but Zack Snyder. Jason Momoa has to be talking about Andy Muschietti. God forbid he be talking about Zack Snyder, even though that word maestro was used to describe Zack Snyder long before it was ever used to describe
multiple times.
But whatever. I'm at the point where I literally I'm bouncing off of walls right now, and because of the the private information that Mikey was so kind to give me in a DM. I don't know what to do right now. I'm just
neither do I, because I've got that same
I'm ready to put my head through a ceiling. It's crazy. This is nuts.
But we've lost all common sense in this world, Zod. And this is a lot of situational design, buddy. This is to constantly keep people fighting. This is not just the entertainment level, but this kind
of stuff can turn good people like us into raging alcoholics. I'm telling you right now.
Absolutely.
It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it probably flip me around and make me sober.
Try leaving and come back in real quick. I'm curious if that's going to fix some things too. Because do you still see Zod spinning on your screen?
I do, but I also see here. Does that work?
Leave and then come back in.
Did that help?
What happened to Mikey?
Mikey's having some mic
technical issues. He'll be back.
But do you see Zod in the backstage still spinning?
I removed I see that he had two in the
backstage area, so I removed
the one.
It's still showing.
Okay,
yeah, still showing.
Yeah, try leaving and then come back in real quick. Bye, Trey.
God, how many times did you have to tell him to leave and come back in? He just wasn't getting it.
Hey, yo, leave, big brother.
Get out. Just get out.
Now
we don't want you here no more.
This is the Super Bowl.
You have got to go.
Corey, this is the Super Bowl Corey takeover.
Exactly.
Quick,
Corey takeover.
Quick.
Play it. Oh, yeah. Well, Trey's not here. Should we hit everybody with this?
Somebody
What's up, Gotham Guardians and Arkham Adversaries? It's your boy Trey. Welcome to the Bat Channel.
And on that note, I'm out.
Hashtag restore the Super Bowl channel. Hashtag Corey Show.
Hey.
Hold on, let me leave and rejoin, and then I can see if that.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It didn't fix it, but it's okay.
But see, I no longer see it in our StreamYard thing, but I still see it on our live show thing.
Do you want me to leave and come back? Do you think that'll fix it or no?
No, I think you tried that before and it didn't work.
Yeah, because you left.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. We'll just that'll be Mikey something in spirit.
Yeah,
Mikey's hanging out with us.
I really want to know why he had that laughing Batfleck. He would not have switched unless it meant something. That's what I want.
It's all.
That's what I'm curious.
I know what it means.
You can't tease us like that,
You can't tease us like that. But if you
I could tell you this part. I could tell you this part just from my own deduction. In that video where Jason Momoa is saying what he's saying, and he's all excited, he asks for the date. So in the background, you hear somebody giving the date to Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa is saying, remember the 6th of November. Remember that date, right? Here's the thing, guys. The person in the background who says it's the 6th is Ben Affleck. You could hear his voice in the background.
No.
Yeah,
way.
So I'm just saying it's
Ooh, I
basically
gotta go back and watch
what that means.
We're gonna play
basically.
it for everybody here.
Yeah, we will.
guys.
I did pull the video, so we will play that in just a moment.
Will you send me the private chat of that so I can play it instead of you? Because we all know shit's going to go really wrong when you play that shit, Trey.
Well, no,
We know your
Corey, I
internet
have
is the
it
best.
in our brand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the last two videos. So you're going to start with the first one and then the second one.
Oh,
when I
beautiful.
tell you to, but yeah. When I tell you to.
What's up, Bod Carriots? Nice to see you. Make sure you
What's up,
guys
Bod?
hit that like, share, and subscribe while you're here. Welcome,
good
everybody.
to see everyone here still. Hopefully Mikey Sutton can join us in a little bit. I know his computer wasn't quite working with him.
Yeah, he's trying to get a different computer.
Yeah, who was next in talking about the James Gunn tweet that's really blowing people up? Taladia, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the people who's been saying, "Oh, Zach is this, is Zach," and all this is dumb. They don't read the tweet, look through it properly. If you can't read, go back to play school, go back to nursery, then start learning to read.
Kindergarten,
Kindergarten, yeah, exactly. As Americans call it, kindergartner. Yeah, they need to go back to kindergarten and start learning to read, because it clearly states that he's open to ideas. He's open to it. It doesn't say, "Oh, I'm not open to the idea." He clearly says that he is, and he's looking forward to what he's going to show for us. And he tagged us, release the Ayer Cut as well. And David Ayer also replied, saying, "Beautiful, you said, James." So just saying.
Absolutely.
What's up, Roger? M4A1?
Right. Yeah. Ayer betrayed Ayer, right? Savage.
Real quick, what's up, Roger M4A1? Really I like that name, by the way. I like his name. That's cool.
Oh, I didn't get it. What is it?
Yeah, just keep going.
Never mind. All right. But let's see. Who is Vega? Did we have you talk about the tweet that made everyone kind of chaos and divided from James Gunn? Oh, Vega, are you still there?
Bueller.
I think it's StreamYard.
Yeah, I think StreamYard's just struggling tonight. Right.
Yeah, StreamYard is tough.
Well, what the hell, StreamYard? Well, I think what needs to be said about this whole thing, anyone who's feeling like I get the frustration that like people were hoping or thinking that hitting 250,000 tweets, this weekend, that James Gunn was just going to come out and said Ayer Cut will be released, and that's not. More importantly, I don't feel like that's James Gunn for him to say that decision, that call, that tweet, however David Ayer wants to handle it, that goes to David Ayer. He gets that right, just like Zach got that right to tell the fans we're doing it. It's not for James Gunn to say this because it's been since 2016, since people have been fighting for this. 2017, right? Oh no, yeah.
No, 2016.
Yeah,
16.
It's been 2016 since people have been fighting for this. So it belongs to David Ayer to get that moment with the fans. In terms of the tweet that had everyone going nuts, but all our initial focus is on the story going forward, hammering out the new DCU. I don't look at that, and I didn't read that the first time I read it and go, he's saying no to the Ayer Cut. And to be fully honest with you, I think Sil and Mikey said this on their show the other day. It's not even really James Gunn's decision. It's David Zaslav's. And, Patty and Mike DeLuca, they get to decide that. James Gunn, he still has no power that Hamada had. He's the exact same person. Everything he does and wants to do, he has to run by Mike Pan.
Right.
David Zaslav. He has to run it by them first, and then they greenlight it. And not only that, he does what they tell him to do. So if David Zaslav wants it, and let's say James Gunn didn't want it, guess what? Guess who wins that battle? David Zaslav.
But guess what? James Gunn does want it. That's
In
what
this
people
case-
need to understand.
Yeah, he has said multiple times that release the Ayer Cut. I support whatever David Ayer wants to do and what Warner Media at the time wanted to do. He did say that. Now it's Warner Brothers Discovery. I don't think there's anything wrong with people constantly tweeting hashtag release the Ayer Cut. I still prefer people to do it respectfully and to show the good side of the fandom. But I don't think there's any reason to come at, and this is coming from someone who absolutely despises James Gunn. I do not like the guy. I don't like his work. But with that being said, these are the cards we've been dealt with. He is, no matter what I complain or say, I don't like James Gunn, he is the DC co-head for the next 4 years. He already signed that contract. He's there. I can't do nothing about that unless if David Zaslav fires him, which that's David's decision, not mine. He's
Yo,
But Trey,
Vega.
you might.
Vega is
Are
back.
you here? Yeah.
Let's
Vega's
hear
back,
what
by the
Vega's
way,
got to
so-
say.
Look, I will say to agree with all you guys is that the reality is that the release of the Ayer Cut has nothing to do with James Gunn. That's just what it is. Like, because that product doesn't fall under DC Studios. The Suicide Squad belongs to Warner Brothers Home Entertainment and that side of the industry. So, in the end of the day, it's really not up to James Gunn to release it or not. So, the fact that like people thought that him saying what he said was meaning no to that's actually the exact opposite. The reality is that the event was a success.
Yes.
It was a success because he responded. Simple as that.
Acknowledgement.
You know what I mean? Exactly. There was an acknowledgement to what was happening on Twitter. Now, where the hell Save Legends of Tomorrow came from, I don't know. I didn't see that anywhere in my timeline.
Fuck Legends of Tomorrow.
You know what, Vega? I have a theory on that Legends of Tomorrow that it was either tweeted very, very sparsely or not tweeted at all, and James Gunn just made it up as a way to show that even the smallest hashtag matters in terms of what they're doing and listening to as professionals and as leaders of DC now. See, and this is what's making me feel really, really good about James Gunn. Well, I have other reasons for feeling good about James Gunn now, thanks to Mikey Sutton. But my thing is this. He clearly wants DC to be the best it can possibly be at this point. And he is in it, he is in it to be the best that he can. So if he can make the fans happy, which is clearly what he wanted to do, and which is clearly what his statement was supposed to tell people, that, hey, we want to please the fans. We are open to everything, but we want to do this, and we want to also move forward with this. Because if you think about it, like what you said, if you think about it, he's not for him to say we're open to everything, but we're moving forward with this. It's like you just said, he's not actually involved with the Ayer Cut. The Ayer Cut is already done. So if they release the Ayer Cut, that's one of the things that he's saying. When he says we're open to everything, and he did mention the hashtag release the Ayer Cut. So the idea is that if that comes out, yeah, that's great, but that has nothing to do with him. He's focused on moving forward. He's focused on what they're doing, the new stuff that they're doing with him being head of DC. So yeah, to me, it's perfect.
The thing is that even him tweeting hashtag release the Ayer Cut is not a small detail.
Right, it's not at all.
The fact is that him doing that means he participated in a trending event, one, and two, like, he intended to keep the conversation going surrounding hashtag release the Ayer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you had no intentions of having that keep going, you would not tweet that out. You know what I mean? But the fact that he tweeted it out lets it be known that he wants you guys to keep talking about it. Let that keep going. So that's one. Two, now, like, I feel like we have to. I mean, not we, but here's the thing. I think there's a there's a wide array of fans when it comes to this fandom, and then there's obviously accounts and all that, right? And the sad part is yes, unfortunately, there's certain people on Twitter that go hard one way, and then there's others that go hard another way, whatever, and it's just like some of it is like we don't really have to go there, but for whatever reason they go there. And I don't want to generalize them or put them in the generalization when it comes to people and their opinions.
Yeah.
Certain accounts have their way of moving, and and it's on them. They choose to move the way they move, but I won't have them or people like them be the overall distinction to people that have maybe a similar or familiar thought pattern or opinion when it comes to how they're interpreting what's happening, right? And I say that because there's a lot of people that I do know that do have a similar mindset as them, as far as like still being cautious about what's happening moving forward. But they don't obviously move in the same way.
It's one thing. It's one thing to be cautious, but it's a whole other thing when you're supposed to be a hub account and then you take a position
exactly.
and start attacking people
Right.
for their views. That's where I think I feel like they jumped the shark when they stopped being being a hub account for where everybody could just go to. And I'm gonna say it right now. I'm talking directly about the RT Snyder Cut account. When that account stopped being neutral and stopped being a hub and stopped catering to all Snyder DC fans and just started taking a bitter position and started attacking people, that's where they lost their legitimacy in my eyes.
I hear you. No, I don't agree with that end of how they move. I've never, like, that's not and that's what I mean. Like, I want to disassociate that from people who do have an opinion of concern when it comes to, like, the things that are being said, because I can understand how if you're constantly hearing the term new DC, right, without really fully embracing the context of what that might mean, or not even, and what I mean by that is it's all still kind of gray. You know what I mean? Like, we know because, like, we're tuned in to, like, scoopers like Sil and Mikey that kind of have a shadowing of what's to come. But even then, it's like not everybody is willing to take that for granted, and it's like, well, until it's like official, it's really not official, right? So, and that's unfortunate.
But the problem is too, Vega. A lot of the stuff that has come from them that they have said is basically that they don't care what's official or what's not official. They have they have what they view as what they will accept, which is Zack Snyder coming back and filming his stories, his 5-film arc, the way that he originally intended before all of the stuff, before everything changed. They've made it clear that that's the only thing that they will accept. So they've omitted the fact, all the stuff about Henry Cavill, all the stuff that Zack Snyder has said and done recently. They never talk about Rebel Moon. They're totally dismissive of almost anything and everything that is being said positively about the direction that DC is currently going in. And to me, I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose, because they're the account that most people would look to if they're getting into our fandom and they want to know what this is all about. They're going to look at them, right? I mean, come on.
At this point, I'm not even talking about the hub account. I'm just talking about, like, just individual people that I know on Twitter that I see how they speak on the matter and how they're skeptical. And I know they don't, when I see the way they move, they don't necessarily move in the same way the hub account moves. You know what I mean? So the hub account, again, I don't really condone more than half of what they do. But, again, I'm talking about just individuals that I see, and I can understand where they're coming from. For most of them, it's not even like, and here's the thing, like, and this is what I mean, like, I think we've just gotten to a place where we conflate everything together, right? So it's easy for us to just generalize a certain type of group that speaks a certain type of way and put them all in a circle all together. But what I'm trying to say is that that's not necessarily true, because there's just certain people that, when they say they want the Snyderverse, and obviously you see it, certain people have their definition of what the Snyderverse is. But certain people, for them, it's back to that, how do you say, that nuance of sophistication that came with Snyder's material, Nolan's material, what we know David Ayer was going to do with the Suicide Squad, which we haven't gotten since, right? And there was a moment in time where that was the DC brand. It was a level of sophisticated nuance with characters that we all loved, and it was like, whoa, this is like, it was just on a whole different playing field than what we see in other comic book genre movies, right? So that's what they're referring to, and everything that's kind of come out since has been just more of a, how do you say, copy and paste formula to a comic book movie genre, with slight edges or advantages, like Warner Brothers, that, well, because we're Warner Brothers and not Disney, they can do like more raunchy jokes, blood, things that just give you a more exotic comic book movie experience. But in the end of the day, the storytelling isn't as sophisticated or nuanced as, again, the Nolan trilogy, the Man of Steel, BVS, Zack Snyder's Justice League, what we know David Ayer intended to do with the Suicide Squad. And for some people, that's what it is, right? So when they hear James Gunn talk about a new DC, The Rock saying new DC, we're moving forward, it's like, oh, so for them, but I can understand it, is what I'm saying, is like, oh, so you don't intend to go back to that formula that we once had, that had us fall in love with the DC movie product that you guys had going, taken out, that separated you guys, that gave you guys your own lane, that separated you from the rest, because while DC was doing what they were doing with the Dark Knight trilogy, Man of Steel, BVS, you still had like Sony doing their thing with Spider-Man, Fox with X-Men, Disney with Marvel, and but DC stood apart because of its sophistication and nuance of style. And I think that's what overall, from what I've gathered, that's what they're talking about. And so when they hear new DC, it kind of like, oh, so we're not going to go back to that just sophisticated, nuanced style of storytelling, which I can understand why it's a concern. For me personally, though, I would say I'm open to diversity. I don't need everything to be the same, but I do want to have, if there could be, for sure, Zack Snyder coming back, Nolan, if there's a thing of Nolan doing another whatever, David Ayer getting his Ayer Cut and probably doing more stuff, and the other directors as of that same type. If I can get more DC movies like that, I mean, sign me up also for that. More importantly, because that is my preference. But I'm open to diversity and style as well. So like I'm not too. It doesn't bother me much if there's other movies that have a different aesthetic to it. But yeah, that's what I want to say. Like I think in the end of the day, we've conflated everyone to a certain type of group, and we've because it's easier to, I guess, identify that way. But the reality is everybody really has their own individually. When you look get down to the root of it, there's a lot more people that have their own reason to why they're not, I guess, too encouraged or too excited for what's coming, because it's still very gray, for them personally. Like, yeah, we know that, our scoops, from Mikey, there's and still like, oh yeah, Zach's coming back, the Ayer Cut's coming, and we know that from them. But for others, it's like, well, that's still a gray area though, because it's not really like set in stone, in a sense, you know what I mean? So I can understand their, I guess, their caution to what we're excited about, I guess.
But do you ever wonder, Vega, and this is just a question, just a random question off the top of my head, do you ever wonder like what the new regime needs to do
Right.
to get these people to at least give them a chance. I mean, because to be honest, even if all the points you made were great, but the problem I have is that all the stuff that the new regime has already done. I mean, and we're not even talking about scoopers. We're not talking about
Right.
Sil, Mikey, or any of them. What I'm saying is all the evidence, the proof is in what WBD has done right now, and it has been doing
Right.
to show us the
I agree.
goodwill. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I agree with you, and that's personally for me. That's also the reason why I keep having hope too. Is it's not just what Mike and Sil are saying; it's because with my own two eyes, I'm seeing them move in a way they never moved before, right? So, and even the things that Zaslav's saying, I'm like, those are positive things. When James Gunn is responding to like, those are positive things. With The Rock saying even what he says when like we're listening to fans now, like those are all positive things. Like me personally, I do wonder like why they can't take that for at least some sign of like being hopeful, be more optimistic. Don't be so down in the dirt or think that or be so what's the word I'm looking for, negative and thinking that it's not going to happen or that they have no intentions. You don't know that they don't have the intentions, one, and the moves that I see happening actually can prove more possibility for what you want. And here's my thing is like if you're hearing The Rock say that they're listening to the fans, and if you're hearing James Gunn saying that they hear us, and he even joining in a Twitter event of sharing the release day, you know what I'm saying? Like that is a big deal. When you're saying things like that, well then that should let you know that okay, at least they are being honest because they are paying attention. So keep talking about it. Keep mentioning that you want it. There's nothing wrong with that. But also
True.
be more specific. Be more direct on why. Be more. What's the word I'm looking for? Well spoken. Yeah.
Don't beat around the bush.
Yeah, don't beat around the bush. Be more well spoken. Why is it you want the Ayer Cut? Why is it you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, and do it in a way that's enlightening, not beating down on somebody. Do it in an enlightening fashion that can get everybody on board and everybody can come together behind that cause. And that's what I think. But I agree with you. Yeah, I do feel like, hey, man, there's a lot of things happening that you should probably look and say, hey, like they are doing certain things that the old regime wasn't doing.
Yeah, they're making the effort in a way that the old regime would never do and was never going to do. And again, starting with the first primary thing, bringing back Superman. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
But Zodwriter, that was Justice Superman.
Yeah. It was Justice Superman because none of these fools went to the movie theater and actually watched the movie. They all saw the grainy bootleg of Henry Cavill as Superman and then had the nerve. And I've seen this on Twitter from a bunch of those assholes multiple times. Okay, they're all complaining about the suit, saying, "Oh, it's not the Man of Steel suit. It doesn't look right. The coloring is off." Yeah, asshole, because you're looking at a grainy bootleg picture. Go see the movie in a theater, and it will look like the Man of Steel suit to you because you didn't support it, because you boycotted it, because all those assholes at RT Snyder Cut told you to boycott. You didn't go see the movie, and so now you're over here complaining about Henry Cavill's costume. It's pathetic. It's disgusting, and they're part of the problem. They're not part of the solution, and that's the reason. That's the
and
issue.
it was Henry Cavill that picked the Man of Steel suit.
But Henry Cavill turned traitor now, so who cares what he thinks?
Oh yeah, Henry's a traitor, and Zach turned on Zach, right? Yeah.
So
and Ayer turned on Ayer.
Yeah.
Just like that.
So here's a question I have for everyone because I actually liked what Oracle's Clock Tower asked here. But first off, Bishop DM Williams, thank you so much for joining us today in the chat. It's great that this is your first time here on the Bat Channel. I really appreciate your support. And
we've seen you on a lot of other channels, so appreciate you swinging by our channel. Make sure everybody remembers to hit that like, share, and subscribe as well too. We have a lot of people watching right now, so let's get there.
Absolutely. So, and thank you guys so much for hitting that like button and subscribing if you haven't already. Oracle asked this question of what is it going to take to bring this community together. So let's all just kind of go around, share your thoughts, because even as something like really on Saturday, it kind of felt like the old days a little bit. We were trending, tweeting. We got, some actors coming out and saying, yeah, hashtag release Ayer Cut. It felt like the old days, and you could just tell it had that same essence of like, this thing's going to get released. Oh yeah, absolutely. And then for the first time, because if you guys remember back in 2019 in November 17th, when we trended like crazy, we didn't get a response from Warner Brothers. We had no idea if it worked or if it didn't work.
Right.
And here, the head of DC Studios, Co-Head, it says, I hear you. I acknowledge you. I'm open to it. I'm willing to do this. I have a plan in mind right now, but I'm open. If David Zaslav tells me, I'll do it. Why? What, or I should not why, but what is it going to take to bring this community to becoming the true DC fans that we once were? Let's start with Batman, Savage, Taladia, Zod, Vega, and then Super Bro.
Well, I have sad news with my opinion. I think in my opinion, it's too late for that. I think there's a lot of bad blood that is spilt over, but I also want to say, though, at the same time, the fandom got big. And in reality, when something gets too big, not everyone's going to get along. That's reality. Not everyone's going to like each other. And I think that's just what happened with the Snyder fandom. It got too big. People took different allegiances. Lots of us in Soul Nation bicker with a lot of people who aren't in Soul Nation. And unfortunately, I don't think anything will really bring this community together. Not really. Because even if we get the Ayer Cut, the little bitches like RT Snyder Cut and other hub accounts, they're going to find some way to bitch and say, oh, they didn't release it soon enough, or, oh, it's released under James Gunn.
It's a compromised version of the Ayer Cut.
We settled for a compromised version of the Snyder Cut, technically speaking.
Technically the Snyder Cut is compromised as well, because he didn't get Green Lantern. Yeah,
but I still like the Snyder Cut. I still like the Snyder Cuts, and I'm hopeful we'll get that Green Lantern scene one way or another. But the thing is, everything's compromised. BVS was compromised, but I've said it before. I think Doomsday ended up working out better than Metallo would have worked out. I've
agreed.
Because I think Wonder Woman would have taken out Metallo too easily. My opinion. So I think people need to stop freaking people. Unfortunately, though, just too much has happened. Too much, I think, has happened between us. I think us and Soul Nation will remain strong. And I think, people will remain neutral. Again, same thing with you guys. But a lot of people who've gone out of their way to attack people like Scylla and Mikey. They've gone out of their way in terms of, like, doing a whole Twitter space in front of industry professionals. Like, to me, you can't come back from that, in my opinion. Like, that's a line you don't cross, and they cross that. So, unfortunately, I don't think that the fandom will ever really be what it once was again. I think, we're going to find a way to complain. And it's kind of what I've said about a lot of these hub accounts, these Snyder only fans. They're like a mad dog chasing a car. They wouldn't know what to do with one if they caught it. So if we get the Ayer Cut, they don't. Here's my thing with that. I say they don't actually want the Ayer Cut or the Snyderverse. They want something to chase. They want something to campaign for. So the instant we get that, they're obsolete. Simple as that. So yeah, unfortunately, sorry for a depressing point of view, but
it's fine. And honestly, I welcome this to anyone in the chat. If you happen to be one of the people that feels a certain way, like James Gunn completely said, like if you're under the belief that James Gunn completely denied the Ayer Cut and it's not coming out because of James Gunn, because they're focused on the new DC, and you have a completely opposite take. If you guys happen to even know those people, I recommend you send the StreamYard link to them now. And as long as we all remain respectful towards each other, I would love to hear the other side. I would love to hear that, because I do get it. I do understand it. But if you want to say your point on the panel, I'm willing to hear it and to kind of understand your reasoning further. But I hear what you're saying too, Batman. And yeah, I mean, it's difficult. I'm not sure if there is a way we can come back together, but maybe we'll talk about it more. But Savage, your thoughts on Oracle Clock Tower's question about, is there a way to bring this fandom, this community, to become one again?
Yeah, well, you guys know my opinion on James Gunn and stuff like that, but this is back to basics. This is yin and yang shit. Yeah, it's the dark has been in control for too long. Yeah, now there's going to be balance. People are afraid of it, right? And not to mention the controversy with James Gunn, blah blah blah. It's going to take a lot to. I really hate to say this, right? Yeah, but I foresee that James Gunn will be the person that unites this fandom. And I hate his guts, but that's just a fact of it. He's going to mix the cheesy side of the fandom and give Zack Snyder his version, and it will all match up in one big universe. And we're all going to have to get along.
I like that. You know,
kind of like the real world, huh, Savage Bet?
Yeah, kind of like the real world. We have to fucking put differences aside and say, do you know what? Fuck it. This is good. We're getting what we want.
The whole world has to become a Justice League, you know?
Yeah. Even the Peacemaker fans are getting what they want.
Sadly, right? That's definitely me too, you know. Taladia, your thoughts, sir? Is there a way to bring this community back together?
No, it's simple. There's too much blood boiled on both ends, and like Bat Dan was saying, right? There is one side of the community that's like, making Twitter spaces left, right, and center, taking shots on another fan base, and that is looking on the positive side, unprofessional and all of that stuff. But and also like Savage Bat is saying, like, yeah, I don't like James Gunn as much as the next guy, but we got to live with it. And the fact is that he'll for some reason he'll bring the community together in some way, shape, or form.
He'll bring the community together because he is a professional and he wants the best for DC. He's a DC fan just like the rest of us. That's why he'll bring the community together. He's not just an executive.
Well, here, let me throw out this comment, because I know what some of those anti-gun, and like I said, I'm one of them. I'm one of those do not like gun, but I'm also willing to work with it because I don't have a say in the matter. I can't change what his contract is. You know, it's 4 years.
But there's a difference from disliking him personally, because I don't like him as a person, but we can at least respect that, he's going to try to create something awesome, and he's done some things right as far as Marvel's community.
So one of the things I wanted to bring up, just to looking at it from the other side of the people who are going to, bring up this, like, how is he a professional when he says superhero movies are the dumbest things ever, and he did that whole speech where he was like, they're not really, good films or anything like that, and they're completely silly and just dumb. How, and when you look at that, to someone who Zach took, the whole superhero genre very seriously, and almost as a philosophical mythology of them, versus someone who has commented and said superheroes are dumb and silly, people say that's like oil and vinegar. They don't really mix. What do you guys have to say to that? Now, adding that complaint that people do have about Gunn being a professional and loving these characters.
Guess I'll start off.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeffrey.
Yeah, because to me, how I see that, like, you can love multiple things. You can love something, but in a different way. Because here's the thing that I understand from, because the thing about love to me is that it's really kind of complicated in depending on the person, because Zach loves from my understanding, from really their superhero genres and how they take superheroes, I think James Gunn loves superheroes in the sense of them being kind of silly and stuff like that, kind of like The Boys or Invincible, while Zach loves them in a mythological sense. So, in terms of like what type of love there are we talking about, I think that's going to be the big question.
That's fair. That's fair. How about you, Vega? What's your thoughts about? I know we didn't let you answer the last question, but is there anything to unite this community? And what's your thoughts about how some of James Gunn's past comments about superhero movies?
Yeah, I guess I can agree with the guys. Maybe there's nothing to necessarily do or that can be done to like actually unite the fandom. I do think though, kind of like you said though, like this Saturday with the release the Ayer Cut event, there was this sense of like nostalgia of all right, well, we're definitely going to come together for this cause. So I think as long as there's always a righteous cause, it'll always bring people together to I guess get together on something. At this point, it was the Ayer Cut. I think maybe with that being said, if there's a way to have it be understood that all right, well, clearly, which again, if you're paying attention, you'd get it by now, and that's that. Oh, well, James Gunn directly responded himself as a the co-owner or the whatever of the DC Studios.
Yeah.
So if he himself responded, I mean, that should speak volumes to you. Whether or not you liked what he said or not, two different things, but nonetheless, he responded. So that should let you know moving forward, if we can keep doing these events and keep doing bigger numbers and just do same way we did the Snyder Cut, come together to do some, amazing things, that he will pay attention, not just him, but, WBD as a whole, they're paying attention. So we should know that if we actually get together on to try and actually do something positive, we can probably, more than likely, for sure, get some positive outcome from it, which we didn't have that guarantee with the old regime. So I would say that I wouldn't say there's necessarily anything we could do to unite each other, because again, like Batman said, it's too big. We're all different. Everybody has their own type of personality, which I think is also a factor here that, I guess, we have to consider, is that, we all have different personalities, and certain personalities just clash with each other, beyond even the fact that if we have a similar common like to a character or property, whatever, sometimes it's just the personalities that don't mix. So I think that, with that being said, that we might not get like an actual unity like that, but I think we can still come together for good causes. And in this case scenario, if it's to release the Ayer Cut, let's do that. If it's to make the Batfleck movie, let's do that. And now we know that they are listening. So if we actually can do successful things and come together to properly execute them, I feel we'll get what we want. As far as the whole James Gunn thing, I mean, yeah, I think like everybody stated, it's there is a certain thing about his personal way of being that might be have a distaste in people's mouth, and I'll be honest, I never knew how to really feel about it, because I'm like, some people just have their own weird way of being, and so like his past tweets and all that stuff, it's just like, some people just express themselves weirdly. Clearly, that's actually evident. We know that even amongst our own fandom. But so him tweeting stuff that might sound controversial, that shouldn't really have anybody out of focus. And even if it's like, I'm not, again, I can't praise the guy either, like, and say, oh, he's a good guy. I don't know the guy. As far as his work is concerned, I'm not the biggest fan. I don't dislike his work, but then again, that's not what he's doing here either. You know what I mean? He's not directing these films. That's not his position. That's not his role. So not even that can be taken into account to his new role at DC Studios. So the reality is this man's got a clean slate on his hands. You know what I mean? he's got a clean slate, and it's up to us to let's let him see. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does with this opportunity that's given to him. Either he's going to properly execute or he's not, and we have yet to see. You can't fault him or think he's going to do a bad job because you didn't like his movies. That doesn't correlate. It's how he directs movies is not the same thing as deciding which way a whole entire movie studio is going to go. So I mean, I'm sure he's going to have his input. I'm sure he's going to try and be involved here and there. But if he has any sense, he would understand that, hey, as a director, I didn't like people meddling with my films, but at the same time, there's maybe criticisms that he's took in that maybe he helped him along the way, and maybe he'll do the same. But I imagine as a director, he doesn't like the idea of studios meddling with films. I hope he doesn't. I would hope he doesn't do what he wouldn't want done to him to the directors that he brings into the fold. So. Yeah. That's all I can say to that.
Yeah.
Super Bro Corey, what's your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, I think by just the simple design of social media, it engages to combat with each other. So there's always going to be some fight, some argument, some disagreement between us, whether it's at the DC level or at the political level or the world level. That's just the way that social media has been designed. They post the material that's getting the worst side of people. The negative stuff is what you see first, and that's typically what's engaged the most. Now, I am one to kind of hold on to hope, and I do see a path where we all kind of come together again, but it's going to be a little bit different, and it's really going to be Warner Brothers Discovery that's in charge. As soon as we start getting some quality content from Warner Brothers Discovery, that they're producing good movies, good content, then the majority of us as fans can come together. I think that's going to be the biggest thing, because if you notice, Trey, Saturday wasn't a cakewalk, bro. Both Ayer Cut Twitter accounts were going back and forth with each other, that they were arguing. There was a lot of stuff that was going down, and I even mentioned on Skywalker's stream that I'm wondering if this is coming to the end of Twitter events, of Twitter campaigns, and those types of hashtags. Now, we'll see how it actually goes, because I think the fact that we got some comments from James Gunn and such, that may change that thought process, but we're not going to come together as a group until we start getting quality material shown in theaters that is on a consistent basis, like how it was over at Marvel, where Marvel in the beginning were getting good content. Yeah. Then they kind of went off the deep end with some things, but still the majority of their fans like what was coming out. So that's what I think, man. I think that we won't all start to come together a little bit, or at least see some things, have some commonalities and some similarities with people until they start producing good content on their own.
Yeah.
If it's not good content, we're still going to be fighting with each other. So I'm hopeful that we're on the path of good content, that people who did say things about certain groups are going to kind of, let bygones be bygones, and we'll move forward and push past with good content. But we just had another man pop into him. You know him as Mr. Skywalker the Jedi.
Hey. Skywalker.
Hey.
Hashtag Obi-Wan gave up. I stand with Anakin Skywalker. Corey is right.
Shut the fuck up, right
Corey.
there.
Batman.
Batman's right.
Sky, good sir. How you doing, big fella?
Yo, much love and appreciation to Trey and to Corey for having me on the platform. As always, much love, respect to the entire panel as well. I got much love and appreciation for each and every one of you guys, and thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man, it's always good to see you. As you may have heard us talking earlier, we've been talking about this weekend, all the trending events with release the Ayer Cut and James Gunn's response. And someone had asked a question in our chat asking, what will it take to bring this community together? Because even after getting acknowledgement from the DCU head of studios, co-head of studios, even after getting his acknowledgement of the fandom and their requests and demand, people were still not having it. And that's something we've never even had acknowledgement before as a fandom. What's your thoughts about all that?
My thoughts are that a certain somebody some months back came out on YouTube and told everybody, like, hey, there's something weird going on with the Snyder fandom. And I think that they're trying to keep us all fighting. I'm not sure who this guy was. I've heard he was that he was very handsome, right?
He seems like a smart guy too,
and that he was very articulate and passionate.
Very amazing
when he was making these claims, right? So, you know, I'm not surprised whatsoever. Matter of fact, I've been predicting that this all this shit was gonna happen, yo. Every single time that we have had a positive piece of information drop, there has immediately been some negative backlash pushed by those at the forefront of our community, which is what is different, right? That's the difference, right? Is that because usually, you know what I'm saying? Like if this was, you know, people that didn't have like as big a platform, it wouldn't like it, you know, these things would just come and go and it would be drowned out by the positivity, right? That we are getting. But since this is coming from some of our biggest platforms, even on a day where one account broke their own rule, they started the morning out saying, hey, let's all be nice. Let's all, you know, we all represent David. Let's not be nasty. And then we go immediately from there to fuck you.
From 0 to 60, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's the difference between me and them. I never claimed to be nice. I'm the fucking savage bat. Do you know what I mean? I'm not your friendly neighborhood bat. Yeah.
Well,
you know what I mean? Yeah. If it was my decision, yeah, I'd walk in there like General Zod and said, I'm dissolving this council, and they'd say, oh, whose authority? And I would say, mine.
Well, here's really what I think about that whole situation. To me, I think of it as just people being people, because you can do what you want about like being a leader and stuff. But to me personally, like I'm trying to be on everyone's platform and stuff. But if you really do get to know me, like I really at the end of it am a individualist. Now what I mean by that is like I'm getting all the information from pretty much everywhere, and I'm pretty much a nice guy. Like it really does take a lot for me to get mad, but that's besides the point. Like how I see this whole thing about that whole thing with the two Ayer Cut accounts, I think of it as, hey, they probably have beef. It happens sometimes. Like it just happens sometimes. Like to me, I just think of it as like a normal thing. I just think of it as a normal thing. I don't like it, but
that's not acceptable, Jeff.
I know, but it is what it is.
No, wait. Like, hold on. One moment, right? Because here's the thing. Okay. This same fuck you tweet could have possibly come from somebody, you know what I'm saying, who's like doing social experiments on our entire fandom. So I'm not giving them that benefit of that doubt. I think this is more of this bullshit that I came out and told everybody was going on months ago, And everybody tried to act like I was crazy and I was tripping, right? And look, fast forward to trending day. Release the Ayer Cut, right? It don't matter what's happened. David Ayer came out and was positive. They said, fuck you to David Ayer, right? James Gunn came out and was like looking positive. We ain't even gonna talk about that, right? I mean, you even got Zach liking stuff. But, right? And none of it matters. None of it matters, right? We're still gonna be toxic. We still gonna be out here doing this.
There's always
so the question now I have at hand though is that because like we can, when you think about that's always been a pattern in general, right? Through every event, there's always this like kickback. Now, just to go down this, if this is what it is, right? Do you think this is just me just kind of like brainstorming or just thinking out, there's no point really to what I'm about to ask, but more like I have this thought now, like, would these events trend as much if it was just all positive?
Probably not,
this,
because the more negative YouTube videos do better too.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So does it require this negative stuff for us to like really keep it trending?
Definitely not.
I don't think that
honestly
it does. And here is the thing, right? Is that you have a certain section of our fandom, right, that is kind of like easily swayed, right? And I'm not okay with like playing with these people's emotions, right? I'm not okay with that shit whatsoever, right? Like you're literally getting people riled up, right? When like, hey, at the same time we're pushing AFSP. How are you gonna be doing that and you like going back and forth, riling people up on purpose?
Well, right? That's the reason a lot of people commit suicide in the first place.
You sitting there claiming like, hey, I'm all about AFSP and all this, but yet I'm about to be really like, okay, like it's cool to be like fucking manipulating thousands and thousands of people and playing with them, right? And acting like I don't know these things.
And harassing people as well.
Harassing people.
Yeah, there's definitely like a heavy double standard there for sure. For sure.
100%.
Harassment. Like,
but this is
are we gonna say that's just part of the course?
Yeah, no, I hear you. I that's why I told Zad, like I feel like we have to separate those that we know are moving in that form from those that do just have their own separate opinion to our own, because the reality is there are people that have, that share that same opinion, but just move in a whole different, way from these, certain accounts that have their whatever, for whatever weird reason they move the way they move, So, yeah, I hear you.
You can be critical of James Gunn and all that stuff, right? Because, like, bro, like, I don't think anybody on this panel liked James Gunn. I don't think anybody I don't think anybody on this panel would have picked him to be the head of DC Studios, right?
Skywalker. Look at all the crap we got yesterday from some other panels for being so positive, bro. We're being positive, and they're attacking us for being positive.
Dude, I don't like look, I ain't never been no huge James Gunn fan, bro. I like Guardians 1, and that's been about it.
Yeah.
Just to keep it a buck, right? But the more that I've sat there and I've thought about this, it's not just him. It's the pairing of him and Peter Safran that I think is gonna actually be pretty dope. Like, I think that they're gonna get some great results. Like, the more that I've sat on it, but that's totally independent of how I feel about the guy personally.
Right. I mean, it's like I said. I mean, the guy's never been in this position. Like, we can't really judge him by his movie credentials to what he's gonna do now in this new role he's in.
Yeah,
executive producer, lead director, different skill sets.
Definitely. And To Vega's point, though, right? Just real quick, and then I'll be done. To Vega's point, like, yo, it's very clear who's behaving away and who's not, right? Like, look, if you just got, reservations or you're hesitant, that's cool. Like, I'm not saying that anybody has to jump on 100% and be like gung-ho to support James Gunn. But what I am saying is don't be willfully ignorant and don't be disingenuous. Because if I feel like you're doing one of those two, then it's like, okay, then you going in this other group then. At least with me mentally. So, hey, everybody be cool, have your opinions. Just we can have these conversations, but we have to have them in good faith is what I'm trying to say. So there you guys go.
Yeah. And really, like, that's really what I'm saying too, because the thing that made me want to go, that made me say it is what it is earlier, that made Skywalker mad, was because of this, because it all goes back to the All the Gods shirt that Zach has for AFSP. It says in the back, all the heavens and all the hells. Now, what does that mean? To me, what that means is, there is good, but there also is bad. Like, it's a balance that we can't really, that we have no control over. It's just is what it is. Like I said, for people so when I see interactions like I did in Saturday, there were some overreaction. There were some overreactions. People were, and I am acknowledging this. They were, and they did start off positive, and then they eventually went into the negative. Like I said, positive and negative. It's a whole balanced thing. Like, we don't like it, but sadly it just is what it is, and that's really just the frustrating part of it.
Yeah, I guess for what I would say to kind of wrap it up on this certain topic, in terms of bringing the fandom together, I think it's gonna be tough. I think there's always going to be those few bad apples who kind of give us a bad rep and are looking to create that division for simple engagement reasons. But I think, sorry, go ahead.
It's going to be the quality movies, man. That's what's
it's
going to
be
get it.
Not only the quality movies, but I think someone said it earlier. James Gunn has the opportunity to right a few wrongs, and that is release the Ayer Cut, bring back Zach, bring back Ray Fisher, and honestly, make Wayne T. Carr James Stewart, John Stewart for Green Lantern.
Don't bullshit me. I'm a cop, you idiot.
Was that from Oracle's comment earlier?
Yeah.
I think if we get those certain things done, then the Snyderverse community has nothing else to say. But Batfleck is going to get his deal.
Really,
it's already done.
Trey, really?
Well, when I say I have nothing else to say, really, there's nothing.
Trey is the king of wishful thinking, isn't he?
Bro, everybody on this panel know that all that ain't gonna mean nothing, bro.
Well, I get that, but what I meant is technically there's nothing else for them to say without adding new shit,
The old storyboards, bro.
But even that, that's a thing. Those people.
Zach turned
on Zach, bro. That's what I'm saying.
That is such a dumb argument for anyone who brings that up. Like, Zach has already said that storyboard is not the same. So
I'm getting sick. I'm getting sick of explaining that.
Yeah, if you want to see it, go watch Project Justice League. They redid it for you.
Why are they asking for it right now, Trey?
It's the weirdest thing in the world. I'll never understand it when the man.
It's because they're reaching. That's why it is.
Because it can never happen. That's
Mads-
why.
apparently
Mads
Yo.
Muppet, no one knows who
Yo,
admin
salute
2 is.
on
All we
that,
know
too.
is he or she is a douchebag.
Now,
Real quick.
Corey, sorry, go ahead.
Well, look, I made this comparison last night. Can
Mhm.
you guys imagine the Fantastic Twitter account trying to stay relevant for all these years?
True.
This is what this shit is.
Mhm.
Like, these are accounts that we're not going to need pretty soon.
No. And that's why I mentioned it on your channel when you were doing your live stream. Like, we're coming to the end, in my opinion, of these big, huge, organized Twitter events, personally, because we're about to get everything that we want. We're not going to have to go begging for it anymore.
Well, see,
We're
that's
about
the
to get what we
silly
want.
part, because, like, isn't that the goal? Isn't the goal to at least one day not have to do that shit anymore?
I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know.
no, it is.
Along
Right,
with
It is.
dignity,
they
public
have
look.
too much. They have too much to gain, and to be honest, some of these accounts are probably making money monetarily doing this too. So there's something in it for them where they want to stay relevant, whether it's just clout. You know, Skywalker's 100% right. Whether it's clout or whatever the reason is, they want to stay relevant beyond all of this. That's why they keep us fighting. Because if we stop fighting and we stop listening to them, then there's nothing left, and they become irrelevant. But if they keep fighting for something that will never happen, they can go on forever because it's never going to happen. It actually makes sense.
That's the thing. Like, to me personally, I look at everything from like a long reach perspective, and to me, like, I really don't know what's going on. Like, I'm not like, is it for clout? Maybe, but maybe there are, like I said, just people. Like, I know that I'm always the benefit of the doubt person, but to me, I'm always looking at this in a Chinese checkers situation, where I'm trying to look at all of the perspectives in general. Now, like I said, you are right; they are negative, but in a sense, like I said, it's just kind of frustrating about having to argue and stuff like that. So what I'm just doing is I'm just doing my personal best to get this Snyderverse done in any way possible. Like, I am trying to be positive about it, and that's just the road I've taken. Like, you can have
Fair
these
enough.
mini feuds with them,
Fair enough,
as
Jeffrey.
far as I'm concerned. But to me, I'm just being me and just continuing pushing forward.
And that's you, Jeffrey. Don't change how you're doing it. You know, always stay positive. You know, hope for the best in people. That's huge. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's nothing wrong with holding on to hope. It's just like there's nothing wrong with people trending and tweeting out hashtag release the Ayer Cut and all that stuff, or hashtag make the Batfleck movie. Hell, hashtag release the Schumacher cut. You know, letting the business know what you want as a consumer, that will always be an okay thing. And that's what all you're doing. As long as you do it respectfully, don't do the stupid shit that people are trying to like get you all hyped up and angered about. Do it right, handle it right, you know, and everything will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I feel like at this point, guys.
Hey, wait, Mads Mama Bear, go back to that.
What's that?
It's no problem. I put all this together myself.
He did. Let's go ahead and talk about the big news today, the big surprise, and that was my man Jason Momoa hinting at some things. You know, the first video he released, people were kind of like, "Oh, is he talking about this? Is he?" And then the second video confirmed it. The second interview he did was like nail in the coffin. This is what he's talking about. Something's going on. Corey, can you play the first video clip for us just to show what kind of started this whole thing?
Yeah, sure. Let me do that right now for you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, super bro.
Savage should be saying thank you. It's his show.
Oh yeah, sorry, Savage. You
Yeah.
you read it. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Corey, put Savage in the number 1 slot. I'm gonna take a break. And just...
Trey, if you aren't looking at the live thing, it doesn't matter what our screen looks like right now. It's wild on that. That's why I'm not even fucking around with it tonight.
That's fair.
But here it is, Momoa number 1.
Worst thing in the world. All right, this needs to be documented. What's the date today? The 6th of November. The greatest news, some of the greatest news in my life just happened. I can't say anything about it. Fuck yes! Oh! I can't wait to share with you, but they won't let me share anything. I want you to remember this date, November 6th. Mwah! You know who you are? Mwah! Mwah, maestro. Mwah!
Man, that gets me hyped every time I see it.
Right? What's he talking about? You know, what's he talking about? They always remember the 6th of November. What in the world is that man talking about? Who is the maestro? What is this project?
Zack Snyder, motherfucker. Don't act stupid.
Hey, I heard he was talking about Andy Muschietti.
Yeah, I heard that too till I saw the video that predated Andy Muschietti being called the maestro.
I heard no. I heard he look. Why? I got a question for y'all. Why in the hell would Jason Momoa be that excited about working with Andy Muschietti?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. When was the last time we saw
who is Andy Muschietti?
You know? The last time he did a video like this, it was right before they announced, the Snyder Cut. You know.
Yeah. And
Bruh,
just
this is crazy.
Now,
really,
okay.
I think it's,
Sorry,
really,
go ahead,
I think
Jeffrey.
Really, I think it's also pretty simple because it's like it's what the key factor about this to me is what Jason said before. He said maestro, and this is the biggest news in my life. And really, what would be the biggest news in your life at that time? Like, as of right now, let's look at the projects he's doing right now. In Dune, his character died off. In Aquaman 2, he's doing reshoots, so that really can't be any big news unless there is another big something for Aquaman 2, but that's a topic for another time. And he also finished the Apple TV show called The Sea.
Yep.
So what else could it be other than Zach? Like, I went down the whole list for you guys.
Ooh, James Wan is directing Justice League 2. That's what it is. James Wan is directing.
No, it's Amber Heard. Just kidding.
Hey, he might be coming back with that Frontier show on Netflix.
Oh, damn you, Trey.
Who knows? Maybe they'll give him another
Cancel
chance.
TVC. It's actually Johnny Depp who'll be directing Jackson. Let's go ahead and let's not create any more suspense. Let's go ahead and play another video that was released today where Jason Momoa did an interview, and he basically confirms, because you'll notice he's wearing the same clothes, the same necklace. So it was the same day. Corey, go ahead and play the second video.
Okay.
Hey, Savage, is it okay if I play the second video?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. For everyone right now, here's the clip.
Thank you, Savage.
Now, Jason with Henry Cavill back in the tights as Superman. I gotta say, man, it looks like things are open for the JL to come back together, maybe take on Black Adam. What are your thoughts?
I think with Peter Safran and Mr. Gunn at the helm now of DC, I'm very excited about that. There's a lot of cool things going to be coming up, and one of my dreams come true will be happening under their watch. So stay tuned.
One of my dream projects coming true.
Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty the Snowman. That's exactly it.
That's all it is. It's
Exactly
Frosty the Snowman. And it's Andy Muschietti. It can't possibly be Zack Snyder.
Yep.
No, God forbid it be Zack. Jason Momoa was only that excited one other time, and it had to do with Zack Snyder. But we're just supposed to be, oblivious to that because no, Zack Snyder is not allowed to return to the DCEU. No, he's not coming back. It's not Zack.
Hey guys, remember when we did that trending event for release the Snyder Cut, and then we ended up finding out later that Toby Emmerich had to call Zach the very next day?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
Could you imagine
November,
being Tony Emmerich getting the call from
when-
AT&T
and
being
what
like,
did
hey,
what
you
did
need a call?
and what did Ben Affleck just say that the date was? What did Ben Affleck say the date was when Jason Momoa asked? What did Affleck say?
November 6th.
Affleck said the 6th. Again, defer to what my
Yesterday.
brother Skywalker just said.
Wait, that was Ben?
Apparently,
That
that's what Mikey
That was
told
Ben
Todd.
Affleck.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Well, I mean, not officially
Okay,
confirmed,
then.
but that's what we all think.
Okay, I'm gonna need to.
Ben Affleck was
listen to
chilling on the
feedback
sofa like, I'm coming back, motherfuckers. You
Bruh.
better be ready.
Hey, they probably still working on Aquaman.
I'm not coming for just one movie. I'm not just coming for a cameo. I'm coming back for all of it. Affleck's back. That's a done deal.
Remember when
Which Mikey
Jennifer Lopez is like, woohoo! Batfleck, motherfucker!
She's like, did he get to bring the suit home? He's like, oh, what's a $15 million suit? She's like, I'll pay that. I'm richer than he is.
and our people that dense to forget about how much Jason Momoa loves Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put Jason Momoa doesn't just like Zack Snyder. Jason Momoa isn't just a
worships
friend
him.
of Jack.
He loves Zack Snyder.
He loves Zack Snyder.
He got him that special camera as a present when Zack showed him the Snyder Cut. And this wasn't some flashy camera. It was a specific one that Zack had been talking about. I really like that old fashioned camera, and Jason went out of his way and got it for him as a present.
Yep.
Now, come on, man.
They are definitely very, very close, and it shows. I mean, how many times was Jason Momoa really? If we think about it, out of all of the cast members, he was the one that was constantly nonstop Snyderverse, even when the old regime was telling him not to. And he was like, "Screw you!" Like he was.
No, but he's been consistent. Just recently, he said, "Do you know what? Fuck it, Ben's back."
Yeah.
What if?
He's too popular.
You gotta remember that this happened a day after Sil told us live on his stream that Ben Affleck was back. Remember that, guys?
And to add to that, in his next video, he said, "Oh, I've been told off about that, so I can't say anything this time." Warner Bros. Are literally like, Jason, keep it quiet. You know what I mean? Restore the Snyderverse is going to be a massive event. Don't give it away.
Absolutely,
It really is. It really
I
is.
mean, it's just one of those things.
When,
So let's.
when Zach comes back, Twitter is going to be, and Twitter is basically going to be World War III. If you really think about it, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, it already is. I've been fighting with people ever since the video dropped, Jeffrey. It already is. People do not want to believe for a moment that Zack Snyder could be coming back.
Bruh.
They're so afraid of Zack that like I said earlier, they're afraid that Zack is going to give them like a digital version of herpes or something. That's what they're afraid of.
That they're going to be just shredded. No. So let's all go around real quick and tell us your thoughts about Jason Momoa's hints. It's pretty obvious what he's hinting at this point, but what's your take on all of it? Let's start with Batman, Savage, Taladia, Zod, then Sky, Jeffrey, Vegan, and Super Bro.
Well, I think what's happening is that Jason Momoa has signed on as a series regular for season 2 of Peacemaker for more fish jokes. But no, seriously though, I think he's coming back for Zack Snyder Justice League 2. He's coming back for that.
I bet you Momoa happy that he made that cameo for James Gunn now. right?
Oh yeah, he's regretting that cameo.
He's like, I did fish jokes
The
for you. You're gonna give me what I want.
favor of all
Snyderverse.
favors. The favor of all favors. We have no idea how great that favor really was until now.
Oh yeah, I mean, it did. It
Go
put
ahead, though,
James
Batman.
Gunn in
I'm
the
sorry.
Snyderverse. Oh yeah, no problem. But yeah, he put James Gunn in the Snyderverse essentially. As much as we don't like it, that cameo connected it. So, but as much as I hate it, and I kind of refuse to consider it part of the Snyderverse myself, but it is what it is. But Jason is back for Justice League 2. I mean, it's basically confirmed at this point. Is that nothing else has? Jason Momoa is basically been the most vocal out of all the cast members. Jason Momoa has been the most vocally supportive of Zack Snyder. Jason has. He would not get excited about something else, and I'm gonna wrap up my point real quickly because Mikey Sutton's in the chat. If his mic is on, but
I think it is. Is it on?
Restore the Mikeyverse.
There you go. There you go. That's
Restore-
a good thing, right? 200,000 tweets or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oof.
How's it going, Mikey?
Oh, it's going pretty well. Yeah, I had a technical mishap there. I think the Hamada clan was outside the apartment, like tooling with my equipment or something.
Yep. Absolutely.
Now he's about to drop some shit. Like, can't have it.
Oh, I can't have it. And then all of a sudden Skywalker shows up. I'm gonna DM him right now. Just to get a
Mikey, are you sending Skywalker the same thing you sent me?
Yeah.
Oh boy!
Oh shit!
Just to
is
see his
that the
life.
thing you sent in Savage's message chat?
Man, don't do this. Don't do this, Mikey. Damn.
Skywalker! I sent you a message yesterday
Mikey.
saying, Mikey's got something to say.
Skywalker.
Corey,
First
put up
live
Sky's
reaction, guys.
video full screen so we can see
Sky
the reaction.
full screen.
Yeah, just give me a second here. You'll know on his face when he sees it.
Okay.
We all know Mad's mama bear is freaking out right now.
Give the little. You
Oh
gotta look
yeah. Oh yeah. Do it, you handsome devil.
Blow a kiss for the camera. You forgot to blow a kiss.
Usually, the
Code
Savage-
45 is real.
the Savage bat yesterday was, oh my god, like I can't get over the Savage bat.
Right, if anyone, I was just going to say this right now. I'm very, very sorry for cancelling my Sunday stream. Yeah,
It's all good.
but it was connected to what happened.
What?
No, it's all good. We understand.
Okay,
Yeah.
Skywalker, here you go. Check it.
Here you go. Full screen. Corey.
Facial close up.
Look, man.
Oh, Mikey, why do you do this to us?
Are you
Yeah.
fucking kidding me, dude?
Yeah. That's what I said.
Yo, it's a fucking. Never mind.
Just say it. It's a rap, Skywalker. It's a rap. It's a rap, bro.
But, nah, I'm gonna just say
Keep
this.
it a buck.
Look, I'm gonna just say this for the people, yo. Come on over to Seal Nation and the Mikey verse. You know what I'm saying? Come on over. Come on over. Look, just come home. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this is where y'all should really be at anyway. This is where the real Zack Snyder fans is at, for the most part. From what I've been seeing, like, the ones that actually are gonna support this dude going forward, everybody else is like on some never compromise shit. It's like, bro, but y'all saw what happened to Rorschach, you know what I'm saying? So don't let that happen to you. Don't let that happen to you. Don't get zapped. I mean, no, don't get zapped. Just get zapped. You know what I'm saying? Come on over to Seal Nation and use the Mikey verse. Shout out to the cool table. Yo, man, yo, this shit just look. Y'all have no idea. Mikey gave me some
Same thing.
Mikey gave me some news so good the other day that I don't foresee anything being able to pull me down, right? And then this shit right now, it's like, bro, like, yo, look, I'm not even I'm not entertaining this bullshit no more, yo. I'm just not entertaining it, bro. Like, this is crazy.
It's really funny comparing the reactions. Comparing the reactions of Skywalker with David there. It's like two different ways of showing that your mind's getting blown, right? So Skywalker, the expression on his face is like his favorite football team just won the Super Bowl, right? That is like, they won Super Bowl, right? Then David, on the other hand, it's like he just discovered that his real father is Bruce Wayne, and so he's like. He's like in stunned silence. He's like staring into the abyss last night. I was laughing my ass off. What did he just drop on me?
Honestly,
and Necron is
still in shock.
Yeah, and then Necron's Necron's like a Metallica concert, and James Hetfield just him as a guitar picker, right?
Bruh, Necron went and put his fucking gauntlets on and let his hair down.
Bro.
In the middle of the night.
I don't know. Well, I don't know what you'd show them, Mikey, and personally, I don't want to see it because it ruins the fun of the game.
No, y'all don't want to see this.
It really
but
does.
You just might find out soon
to see the surprise early.
Holy shit! What is it? Like you got
to be honest with you, if you leaked it, you could quite possibly assassinate for it.
Fact.
Mikey, we gotta talk.
He put a $10 super chat. You can't know, Oracle. I'm gonna answer for Mike. He can't tell you.
I literally can't.
You can show us.
And there's
you can show us though.
Thing is, there are two different kinds of bombs here, and I can't hint at either one. But what's really funny though, guys, is that I was talking to an insider today. He goes, "Man, what are you gonna do if these both drop at the same time?"
Oh my god!
Because Skywalker, there is a chance.
It's game over. It's game over.
It's gonna be hold on.
It's gonna be what they used to call snow day.
Blow me up,
day.
Bruh, if y'all think that these two things can drop anywhere near one another. And it's not going to be all. Look, it's going to cause the biggest nerd apocalypse in history.
I'm telling you, seriously.
I'm real shit. This is going to cause the biggest meltdown in history.
Yeah.
The return of the League of Assassins, basically.
I feel like Ra's al Ghul right now.
Ra's al Ghul is back.
Fucking Ra's is back. From the
Lazarus pit. The scoop that David Skywalker just got today, I just received it today. I didn't even have time to think about it, but he told me, he goes, dude, what if these both drop in deadline at the same time? Because there's a chance that they will.
You have me like on the edge of my seat right now.
Mikey, Geekosity has to publish it first, right? Or are you gonna wait? Are you gonna wait for deadline?
Wait, I didn't say that. But anyway.
Yo,
he said you can't. Guys,
we getting dangerously close to something, and y'all better chill. You know what I'm saying?
And Mike,
don't forget, these guys are under MDA, so they can't say anything.
If I
All,
recall
all I'm
correctly,
gonna say to those who are about to die, we salute you.
Y'all don't get it. No, y'all don't get it. Trust me. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Yo, this shit is a burden. Knowing is a burden, bro.
Yeah.
Because I've been on cloud 9 for 2 days.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I was able to tell Skywalker I wasn't allowed to, but I did anyway, because I got tired of holding it in for so long, and I know I was told that this one is gonna drop soon.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, might as well. I'd rather tell Skywalker and David,
Mikey,
and
let me
before
just
they get a heart attack in the morning.
let me I'm starting to think about something real quick. Remember
Mikey's a
what Wayne
fucking
T
legend.
put out?
Put some respect on Mikey.
No, remember what Wayne T put out?
Yeah.
Remember what Wayne T put out for 2 days ago?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
No, the actual tweet. Do you know what it actually said?
I can't remember, but I remember I saw it. Was it about it was about Ayer Cut, wasn't it? Was it about Ayer Cut? I think it was.
Yes, it was.
How about the
What did he say?
tomorrow
What
one?
did he say?
No, but keep
What
fighting
did he say?
that
He
one.
said 3 tomorrows. He said 3
Oh,
tomorrows.
that one.
Yes. So and let me just say, the last tomorrow is Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
Hypothetically speaking.
I'm just saying.
Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically.
I don't know if you've ever seen that movie Deep Impact, yeah?
Oh, hey.
Right?
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
That's
where
what's gonna
everyone's
happen.
got to keep the secret about what's going on. Yeah,
Look,
just to
I
not
don't know
cause
what's going on here.
yeah,
I'm
just to
here
not
for the
cause
ride.
panic
I'm just here for the
because
ride.
it's
I
going to
really
be
don't
end
know
of the
what's
world
I'll be
shit.
your Tia Leone.
Yeah, Tia
Yeah.
Leone. Well, basically, it's going to be an extinction level event.
Hey, real shit.
Nice knowing you.
Hey, real talk. Like
dinosaurs.
y'all don't know. No,
No.
this shit is like knowing when the world is gonna end. Real
Yeah,
talk.
that's exactly what I'm saying.
It's a burden.
Yeah,
I
president of the United States has not been told yet.
I see why the president's hair turned gray. I see why their hair turned gray so fast.
Now I was gonna say you guys should do a watch party when this thing drops, so you guys can react to everyone's, when it reveals publicly.
Oh yeah, we've already got that plan.
Yo,
Out of
y'all
curiosity.
thought people was mad
Apocalypse War,
before. Oh my God.
Mikey, do we know when this will be dropped, or like when it will officially come out?
Okay, just give me a second here. I want to send Skywalker something really quick. Just hold on.
Oh my God. Look, y'all think that this shit is fun.
Guy, how much are you paid, Mikey?
Y'all think that this is fun for me. It's not.
When that asteroid hits, there's going to be nobody laughing then.
To me, this is fun. Like watching the anticipation. Yeah.
Okay, Skywalker, light reaction.
This is fun to me. Like I'm really, I'm like a kid in a candy store.
He just
There we go.
He broke his phone.
Come on.
He broke his phone. He broke his phone. He left. Scott has left the building. Mikey broke Sky. It's done.
There's the money shot here. Zod's your turn. Hold on a second.
Corey, I need you to rewind the videos, pause it with the screen.
No,
I wish I could.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Sky has left the building, folks.
Nick Rob, you know too. What the hell?
Oh yeah, Mikey was dropping all this on him the other night, bro. It was insane. It was one right after.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. and
Real quick, I
missed
have
one
to
when I was
give
sleeping.
Oracle's clock there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the $10 Oracle.
Look at Zod.
Oh, Zod now.
Whoa. Oh my God! Yeah, this is crazy.
Mikey, please.
Game over. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Please, damn it! Please.
Okay, Savage Mask, your turn. Hold on.
Oh my
Oh.
God!
Yeah, I got them
Can't do this to me,
guys right
Mikey.
now.
This is like
You're
watching
really
kids
torturing.
open Christmas presents before me.
I bet
Zod has
Skywalker
left
is
the
ranting
building.
right now. I bet Skywalker is ranting right now.
Savage Batch reaction right now.
Take off your sunglasses, dude.
You should take off your sunglasses.
Right, here's my reaction. Right, here we go. Right, here we go.
Story time with Mikey Sutton.
The suspense is killing me.
What the hell?
Dun dun dun.
You're putting something in Messenger, aren't you?
Dun 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 dun
So you're
giving us a hint there,
So you're Darth Vader walking in the room.
RJ Tabor taking over this order 66.
Yo, man, hey, blow me up, Trey.
Blow up.
The guy 100 pounds.
Savage. Give me, man, you gotta text me or something. You gotta give me a hit. I will refund you your €100.
Like when I
That's pounds, motherfucker.
Down.
Fuck them euros.
They don't even consider themselves part of Europe.
when
Yo,
I
man.
message
No.
What the
Look.
hell?
Look, I got something to say, bro. Like,
Here, bro, can you blow Sky up?
Yeah, we're gonna bring a blow guy up.
to all y'all that's been hating on this
This is
man,
hilarious. This is hilarious.
to anybody that has ever spoken ill of the Scooper Supreme, Mikey Sutton, your day is coming. Your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. You better get your affairs in order. No. I'm dead fucking serious right now. Get your affairs in order. All right? Fill out some paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know who your next of kin is. You know what I'm saying? All that. You need all that. Because I'm going to need all that energy. All that energy that y'all didn't have for this man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Mikey was warning us this whole time. He kept saying, yo, they not ready. They not ready. And after a while, I bet it just started to sound like white noise, didn't it? I bet it was, that old crazy kook Mikey Sutton, right?
Dude,
He doesn't have
I'm
anything
ready.
up his sleeve.
Skywalker,
Oh.
I'm ready. I'm
No.
ready.
No,
I'm
you're
ready,
not.
dude. I'm ready.
No, you're
I am.
not.
I am
You're
ready,
not.
dude. I am
You're
ready.
not.
Our days are numbered.
I am
Listen,
ready.
listen.
I'm ready.
None
dude.
of us
I don't
were
know.
ready.
No,
I'm telling you, I'm
They
ready.
weren't.
No,
They
bro,
weren't
the
ready.
people that know, none of us were ready.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm ready. I don't know
We
what
didn't even
is,
think it
but
was
I know I'm
Jeffrey is
ready.
like, I don't like, like I'm happy with the surprise, and now he's like, please tell me I'm ready, please.
No,
Dude, I'm ready.
no,
I'm ready.
no. We didn't even think this kind of shit
We
was
were not
possible.
ready. No.
Dude, I'm telling you.
No, and I'm
really
gonna
don't know what it is.
piggyback off of my brother Skywalker on this. Nobody was ready for this, and I love
Dude, I'm
what
telling
what
you
this
right
is
now.
because here's the thing. Here's the thing, Jeffrey. Here's the thing. when it all
Multiverse versus
comes to pass, when
Oh,
it
boy.
all comes true, and if these two separate things get dropped on the same day, it's a wrap. It's a
I'm
wrap.
telling you,
It's a
I'm
wrap.
telling you, it's gonna drop at November. It's gonna drop at November. Play stop at
I wasn't
is
even
November.
Oh,
wasn't
no.
even on my mind. I
No.
didn't even think about it.
No, they don't have long, Jeffrey. That's why I'm telling them to get their affairs in order now.
Yeah.
They
You know
don't have
what? You know
long.
what? Skywalker and I
They
will
don't have
help.
long.
Skywalker and I will help you all pack. How about that? We'll help you get your stuff together. We'll actually start putting stuff in boxes for you. Because guess what? It's over
I'm
with.
telling you, I don't know what it is.
2012
I don't know what
coming
it
up.
is. I don't know what it is. But with the social media chaos that's been going on, I'm telling you right now, I feel like something is gonna drop at November. Something is gonna drop this month. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
First off, Super Bro
No,
Corey,
but
Savage,
I know,
thank
but
you
I
for the
feel
100
like something
pounds,
big is
sir.
gonna drop, dude.
Mikey
I
is
can
the
feel it in
man.
my bones.
Fire. Can you play Savage Bat? A little thank you. I think we got to play him.
Well, we know what we're playing. We're playing this one for him.
Hey, I'm a police officer. This is an arrest.
Freeze! Jeez.
I'm a cop, you idiot. I'm Detective John Kimball. This man is under arrest.
I love that shit.
Yeah, fuck you. There's no water matter. There's no bathroom.
Yeah.
No,
It's not
I feel like
You know, what's
whatever
really
is gonna
funny
drop
is that when
gonna
I
be-
told Skywalker, I knew he wasn't prepared because I hadn't been dropping any hints at all or anything, and so I went on his. Well, I wasn't on his show. I was in the chat, and I was messaging him privately. I said, "Live reaction only, dude." He was just stunned, right? And then Necron, he told tell Necron, and I said, "You guys aren't prepared for this. You guys are
Dude,
not
I'm
prepared."
telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. I don't know what Mikey has shown you, but I feel like something is gonna drop at November. Something is gonna drop at November.
Most likely, and
it's gonna drop at November. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I do know that I do know this. Every Thanksgiving Day, something big happens that Zach drops. So that means something at November. Something big is gonna happen.
Well,
November 17th. Is that what we're looking at?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about sometimes. I'm talking about maybe Thanksgiving. Maybe Thanksgiving.
Man,
Look,
Jeffrey,
I don't think they got
you
that
have no
long,
idea.
Jeffrey.
Calm down,
I don't
bro.
think they
You
got
no
that
idea.
long.
Like
No,
I said,
bro. I don't think they got
but
that
I do
long.
know what's gonna happen in November. I'm
nah.
telling you right now, it's gonna be at November.
tomorrow.
It's gonna be this
Coming tomorrow.
month. I'm very confident it's gonna be this month.
And what's really amusing is that
I'm confident it's gonna be this month.
Zod thought he knew the other thing kind of, but not the other thing. And then when he shared it with Zod, it's a shock. It's shock that he went through the same shock that David and Skywalker went through.
Yeah, I can't even go on camera. You were bringing tears to my eyes, Mikey.
I know.
Yeah, man. Yo, I cried too.
I'm telling you, something's
Yeah,
gonna happen
Skywalker
in
left the
November.
camera. He left for a couple of minutes, you know.
This is like I mean this transcends everything. I mean there's nothing that anybody can say. Everybody just at this point we're
Y'all
like
don't know.
flatline.
Look,
I
you
didn't hear
guys
you.
are gonna know very soon. Trust
That's
me.
right.
You
That's
guys
right.
are gonna
I'm
know
telling
very
you,
soon.
I'm telling you right now. I'm speaking it into existence. Something is gonna happen at November. Something is gonna happen at November. It could be tomorrow.
It is November.
Nothing to do with this.
That's all I can think. That's all I
Trey,
can think. It's gonna be November. It's gonna
sent
be
you a
this month.
clip, Trey, on Facebook. If Corey could manage to do his magic with the clip, my reaction.
Yeah.
That was my reaction to it.
Real quick for Bat Fanatic, he says, I want to be ready. Bat Fanatic, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. This one is for you, my friend.
I feel the need for speed.
Oh, that was such a bad movie.
Mikey, so hold on. Quick question. Quick question for Mikey. Is
Dad, should we cancel you? No, wait.
Is
Should
it
we cancel
related
you,
to
Batman?
anything that Momoa is referring to as the Dream Project?
That's actually what Michael Kobo said. Mikey, is this the same news Momoa got?
Hypothetically speaking, one of them is related to.
So that means yes.
Hypothetically
That means yes.
speaking. I mean, hypothetically
So
speaking.
that means yes, Mikey. What you're saying is yes. Whenever people say hypothetically, that usually means yes.
Quite clearly, you've never been arrested and don't know that. You don't understand the meaning of no comment.
All I gotta say, guys, all I gotta say is,
super language. You guys
don't get arrested driving bricks to your idol. That's all I'm saying.
So, guys, we have a few people that are waiting in the backstage. So we're gonna. Sorry, go ahead, Subro.
What I'm gonna do, Trey, is I'm gonna back out. And I can let one of them pop in real quick, and
Okay.
I'll still punch it from the outside.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
I will tell you this: as much as I want to promote my site, you're not going to hear this on there first.
Why is that, Mikey? Why can't you get the credit for this?
Because he can't.
Big boy
They are both going to drop officially, is what I'm trying to say, and I'm not the person to drop it officially.
Okay.
This shit is
So it's going to be a Hollywood Reporter.
massive. Corey,
how's that clip going?
I know now. We're all good. I'm satisfied right here. I got the drip, big fella.
Corey, don't forget Savage just clip.
Yeah, I'll work out that clip for you, Savage.
Thanks.
I'm gonna back out, and I'll let one of the other guys hop in, and then I'll put somebody else in too. So, all right, Trey.
Well, thank you, Super Bro. Let's go ahead and bring in someone's been waiting in the back. Hunter Iggy, my man. I think this is the first time you're joining the Bat Channel on a crazy night. How are you, sir?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hi, Hunter.
Well, this is my first time. I hear a lot of chat coming from the crew.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you think about? Obviously, there's nothing Mikey and Sky and Savage and Zod can tell us about this news. But what do you think about the whole Jason Momoa hints that he's been He's going to be a part of a DC Dream Project.
Well, can I give two scenarios?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Probably one for the DCU and the other one for Zack Snyder's.
So the Snyderverse. Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that. You're probably right about that, Hunter.
Yeah.
It's probably, I mean, honestly, as we know, James Gunn has said he's expanding the DC universe, the multiverse it's all going to be a cohesive storyline, so that's what's wonderful about all of this. And you could just tell by Jason Momoa's excitement that something big is on the way. And clearly whatever Mikey and Sky and Zod and Savage know is going to destroy the internet, apparently. And apparently all the betas are just going to fall over collapsed.
Fall the fuck over.
There's gonna be people having aneurysms. My God, it's gonna be insane.
Look.
Well, sorry about my stutter, guys.
Oh, no worries, man. No worries at all, sir.
I shudder too, bro. You good?
Yeah.
I really wish I could say more, but just under severe.
Hey, Mikey, I got a question.
I
got a question for you. What other A, B, C, D characters would you like to see in the DCU?
Oh man, that's a great question. God. Wait, is this a question or you're trying to get me a scoop?
A question.
Question.
You know what? There you go. The question is one character I've always wanted to see. I read the Denny O'Neil run from the late 80s, early 90s. But I heard the question is being planned for the DCU, so we will be seeing him. but I'm a huge fan of that character. So he's definitely the question. Phantom Stranger is another one.
There's I think there's two I want to see in the DCU.
Oh, which one?
The Manhunters for
Okay, yeah, yep.
and you know the Ray from the Legends of Tomorrow, but put him in the DCU.
Yeah, he's from Earth X, I believe, right?
Yeah, but instead of putting him from Earth X, put him from for the new timeline.
Oh yeah, I think he'd be fit perfectly for there. I wouldn't be surprised to see him because James Gunn likes those more obscure characters.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he starts, putting more of those in front of the screen. I'm hearing a lot of chatter about Power Girl, which I've scooped before. I think I just may have scooped the members drop, but oh well.
Whoops.
But hey, Power Girl's coming, so. That's nowhere near as big as the bombs I'm hiding.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, big enough that members can't even know. So
no, I can't even drop it there. That's how deep they are.
Wow.
That's
That doesn't get into trouble.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's how deep they are. Like I really, it's like unfortunate. Like, but at the same time, man, when I was chatting with Sky, I said, "Dude, you don't know how long I've been holding this," and like, I have to tell some people.
Probably since the summer.
I have no
Probably
idea
since
how
the
you
summer,
held
really.
on to that shit for that long, yo. Like I might have burst at the seams, yo. Real talk.
Right, I think Corey has got my reaction to Mikey's news yesterday. Corey,
like a pulsating ulcer. I mean, my God.
Corey, can you please play my reaction? Please play it. Let's just do.
These things are real. Since I joined these men, I have seen shit that'll turn you white.
Oh, that's perfect.
Well, guys, we have a few people hanging out in the back, so we're gonna try to rotate some people out. Is there anyone that has to leave for the night? Otherwise, I was just gonna kind of start taking people who are here and the first few people that were here.
Well, you know what, guys? I'll head out. I'll head out. It's been great being here.
I'll head out too.
My heart is pounding and racing fast. And, I just got to say, I love you, Mikey. Love you, Skywalker, Jeffrey, Dan, Lydia, all of you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for having me on here. It's been amazing. And I'll be in the chat.
See you later, brothers. Thank you for hanging out with us, bro. Appreciate it.
Saturday, man.
Take care.
Yeah. So.
See you. Yeah, go ahead, Jeffrey.
I'm about to head out too. Yeah, I'm about to head out too. But yeah, just final thoughts. I don't know what Mikey, Darth Mikey has shown you, Skywalker, but I just know that whatever it is, it's gonna drop this month. I don't know what it is, but I just have a strong feeling in my bones that it's gonna be dropping this month. I don't know what it is, but I just know. So peace.
I feel it.
Good. Well said, Jeffrey. It's always good seeing you. Watchtower. See you next time, bro.
I have seen the light.
All right, so let's go ahead and bring in someone from the backstage who's been hanging out. Thank you so much for being patient, brother. Slade, my man, how's it going?
Hello. I'm doing good.
What's your thoughts on everything that's been going on this weekend and today with all the Jason Momoa news, good sir?
Okay, so I think the Jason Momoa stuff is great because he's a big supporter of Snyder and like the Snyderverse going forward and stuff like that. And he's one of the first people to actually say release the Snyder Cut publicly, like one of the first actors.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that that's like one of his, and I would think that'd be one of his dreams, what he'd want to come true. So I would think, I think something like along those lines is what he heard.
Yeah, I could see it being that case too.
Yeah.
And first off, thank you so much for being here. I think it's the first time you're on our panel, so it's Great to have you here, sir. Much appreciated.
I've talked on a show with Jeffrey before.
Oh, nice.
It was on Prime's channel.
Oh yeah, Prime. Yeah.
And
it looks like we have someone else in the backstage, just adding into the cool table here, taking over, Mr. El Necron. How's it going, brother?
Bro, it's fucking Necron tonight. And the fucking betas are going down, dude. This news.
You gotta start breaking that metal saw, my man.
Let's go.
Bruh. Bruh. This shit. Hey, I'm telling y'all, to see Necron is one of the people that have seen the light as well.
My shit's all fucked up.
Trey, this shit is coming to a screeching halt pretty soon, bro.
Yep.
You can't keep teasing me like this, guy.
There is no coming back from this. There is no coming back, bro.
I have a question.
Okay, I do have a question.
Sorry, go ahead, Slay, and then we'll let you go ahead, Batim.
Okay, my question is, what do you think that surprise announcement film's supposed to be from Warner Brothers?
February, you mean?
Oh, this one. I thought it was this month. I was mistaken. Never mind. I thought they had like an event film this month or something.
Yeah, I had heard about something too, that they were supposed to be like dropping something this month, but like nobody knew what it was. I don't know. I don't even know if they're gonna do it or not, but we'll see.
Okay.
What if they just drop the Ayer Cut in theaters for like 2 weekends? That'd be crazy, right?
That'd be fucking cool, man.
I'll see it every day to boost up the numbers.
Right. Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Batman, what was your question that you had, sir?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. So I know Mikey can't say the what, but when they drop it, do you think they'll be nice enough to not drop it during the work days? Because I'm worried I'm gonna check my phone while I'm working, and then I'm gonna see the news, and I'm gonna have trouble finishing my work day.
Well, I can tell you right now. I can't hint at anything. Let's just say I have first-hand knowledge that one of them is about as official as it gets. And I will say that both of them, sorry to tell you this, man, but they're going to drop early in the morning, probably when you're working.
Trust me, you'll find out quick.
And the irony is that when these drop, I'll probably be asleep, and I'm going to wake up to 1,000 messages on my phone. I just know it's going to happen. Missed calls and Sil knows both, but I'm sure he's gonna message me goes, bro, I just know. And then when you hear from Skywalker that day,
I'm a message the fuck
so metal, dude.
Necron's making me laugh.
What are you talking about?
Warner
Tomorrow
Brothers
morning?
Discovery, be nice. Do it.
No. He just meant like in the morning.
Oh, in general, just like any.
Yeah.
That's gonna be everyone.
Bro, look.
You don't know.
The betas. That shit is an afterthought, yo. It's over. Like, there is no return from what's about to happen. I know that might sound like hyperbole, but it's not.
That's so true. It's true.
When I got the second one, just today, I just got the second one today, and I think David was the first one that I told it to, and I kind of teased it with. I can't get anything past Phil. If I say hypothetically speaking, he knows what I really mean. Like Dan there, like, oh come on, you know what you're saying when you say hypothetically speaking. But it didn't even occur to me that both might drop the same time, and that just blew my mind. I'm like, oh my god, what if that does happen? Like, and if you know what I'm talking about, you know how explosive that's like. Game over. Game over. I mean, when the first one dropped, that's already huge. But the second one, and, in the same place,
dude, they're like equal to me.
Yeah.
Are
yeah.
we allowed to know if it was a picture that you sent or just a text?
Right.
No, just a text.
Come on, give us something.
No, however, Sky, David,
Oh, shit.
I do have some pictures to send you guys later. So,
Oh,
but you know,
You're gonna make
we'll wait.
Skywalker.
We'll wait for a live stream with you guys, and then all of a sudden I'll message and you're like, "What?"
Was it a video?
Going live tomorrow after Food Center. Fuck it.
Well, I will
I'm
definitely
about
be
to
hanging
make
out
up
the
a
chat
topic.
for that.
Yo,
was it
this
a video?
Oh
The
my
reason-
god, yo.
I will give not really a hint, but I just say the reason why Sky and David were so shocked and Zod a few minutes ago is I gave them an update, and I heard from someplace that it's kind of unexpected, and so I showed them a little bit of text that just blew their mind. So anyway, I'm trying to tease you guys. I just really wish I could say something. Believe me, I'm chomping at the bit.
Mikey, it's all good. It's all good.
I can't imagine how tough it is for you, Mikey, hearing this stuff and constantly and not being able to report on it, waiting for it to drop.
And man, it was tough for us when we got like leaked information from the Prey movie about what some things were going to happen. And I was like, I wanted to like message Corey and be like, bro.
Hey,
was it the bear?
Y'all want something live on the back channel?
Go on.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we want something live on the bad channel?
Look, blow me up right here, because look, I just got this box, right? As you guys see, I'm opening it now. This is like an unboxing.
Unboxing video.
I got because look, all right. I might as well tell this story here, right? Because when I went to go watch Black Adam, right? I went to the Chinese theater, and before I went in to go sit down, I was super disappointed, right? Because they didn't have any of those damn Black Adam 10s that I wanted so bad, right? I tried to get there early enough. They didn't have them at all. And I was like so upset. So I ordered this Black Adam popcorn bucket from AMC Theaters, and it just got here.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Very cool.
Yeah, show us.
Yeah,
I thought about
open that
getting
thing
one.
up.
Right. So yeah,
Let's see if the batteries are included.
let's see.
If it doesn't come with movie theater popcorn, then it's a bust.
Just so you guys know,
boycott the bucket.
just so you guys know, I would never do this on a stream with Zack Snyder. Just so you guys know, I would never do an unboxing. But look here.
Are you hinting something?
Here is the plastic it came in, I guess, right?
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's the bucket, right?
Damn.
Oh,
Damn,
that
that's really
is-
awesome.
All right, now watch this. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on.
Wow.
Oh,
Batteries included.
Wow.
Damn.
That's sick.
That's amazing.
That is freaking amazing, man.
I want one
Nice.
now.
Congrats.
That's
Black
awesome.
Adam, yeah.
Holy hell.
Hashtag new DCU. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, that actually just got here in the mail today. So I am glad that I was able to bring that and do that on the Bat channel. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's phenomenal. I didn't realize they light up as well. Wow.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they look that good too. That's incredible.
Damn.
I mean, it's a little smaller than I wish it was, right? But you know, it's all good though, still.
Amazing. Amazing.
That's so cool. Wow. Well,
That's
thank
cool,
you
man.
for sharing that with us.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Sky. Now I'm thinking about getting myself one because sadly, you know, the last time I got a popcorn bucket, well, actually, I did the Jurassic World Dominion, but my wife wanted the Wonder Woman 1984 one, and we didn't realize how bad that movie was.
No, we got the Ghostbuster one.
Yeah, but I ain't ever using the Ghostbuster one. That one's too cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, wow. So Paulo says, Mikey, can you reveal on the anger meter how angry the former clown table of Emmerich, Hamada, and Sarnoff will be after these two bombs drop?
That's a good question. Good question.
I'm gonna watch Mikey wiggle around this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to predict how he will react to things. So, like,
Yeah, it's really hard to kind of quantify, right?
yeah.
Necron messing with a knife down there.
Like, would they be angry? You know what I'm saying? Like, would they be angry? I don't know.
Maybe a little bit.
Are the betas gonna just go all the way down to being, Charlie's? They're just not. They're lowering their class each route.
Betas are going to be reduced to ashes when this news drops.
There you go. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
Bruh, like on T2 when she saw Armageddon and she was holding on to the gate,
Well, remember,
he's going to be driving that tank, crushing all them skulls.
I think it was Zod who said that. I remember you saying that I'm not here to win games, I'm here to win championships, and Zod goes, "That's what you really meant by that."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I got some really big rings.
Well, I know Batan needs to head out for the night. Batan, you had some final thoughts that you wanted to hand out?
Yes, blow me up for this.
Oh dear.
We have a lot of great stuff coming up. Stop worrying about what the little bitches of RT Snyder Cut think. We have a lot of great stuff to look forward to. Please be excited and check out my channel, Batdan's Thoughts. I plan on having a new video coming out sometime this week. But in the meantime, check out my Tales of the Jedi review. And I have a big announcement for my channel. I'm at 60 subscribers right now. Once I get to 100, I will do my very first live stream. So subscribe if you have not subscribed to my channel. And I have an idea for who I'm going to have on. It's a hint about getting people with bats in their names together on a show. So
wink, wink.
Yep, wink, wink. Savage Bats, I'll definitely be talking to you.
Ben Affleck.
I wish I could get Ben Affleck on the show. But thanks. But everyone, check out my channel. Thanks for having me on, Trey. And thank you, Meta Mikey. I always love being on stream with you.
Yeah, thank you. And that before you go, I will say this. Some of you, if I find out like 24 hours before one of these things goes public, we will have a private stream where I will, Bad Diner, you'll be invited to this. So I will tell you what it is the day before.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Hey.
Thank you so much, Mikey. I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait. And as I'll end my time here the way I end all my videos. Have a bat-tastic day.
Awesome.
See you later, bro.
You have to let it go.
Oh my gosh. Well, big news going on in the DC world. And then apparently Mikey and Sky and Necron and Zod and Savage and all these people are withholding information.
And you'll find out why when it's
I can't. I'm just not saying much, but
it's all in good time.
And it's really nothing personal, guys.
I was at work thinking about this shit all day today.
I mean, here's just how
smiling, bro. Just
Corey
smiling.
and I are both sitting here being like,
Oh, damn the devil! Damn the devil to hell! Oh, shoot!
Damn the devil. Yo, I love that movie, yo.
It's such a good one.
I should be called this the stream killer now because David couldn't go on after, and then Skywalker was
That's
like,
right.
you know what? How do I follow this up? You know, it's just like.
Bruh, I pretty much just cut the stream off after that shit. Like, I didn't even know what else to talk about. Like,
not without
Nah, but
flipping,
you want to
right?
hear? Do you guys want to hear something cool? I knew about Gotham Knights before the game even actually came out. Would you believe? Inside information.
What? Fucking cool.
Yeah, and I wish I could share it with Mikey, and I didn't have any contact with him, so I would love to share him some info and stuff.
So we got a game scooper, is what you're saying.
hey,
man,
Gotham
we
Knights-
don't have
Gotham
those.
Knights
You
is
know,
a
it'd be
dope
great to
game.
have.
Absolutely. Well, guys, as we start to wrap up tonight's show, this fire of a show that has me literally on the edge of my seat, wondering what the hell is going on. Literally, just
what is going on, and where is Andy, and what is going on?
What is going on? And where's Mikey? And where's Phil? What is going on?
What is going on? First off, I always like to say thank you so much for hanging out with us today, guys. Like, seriously, everyone in the chat, all the super chats, thank you guys so much. I always like to roll out the red carpet for you guys so you can tell us what you got going on over on your channels, or just what you guys got going on over in your lives or in social media. Let us know. Let's start with let's do Savage. We'll do Sky, then Vega and Taladia, then Necron, then my boy Slade, and then Mikey will save you, and then Corey and I will end the show.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm a cop, you idiot. I'm a cop, you idiot.
No. I've got it. Right.
Oh shit.
There you go. There you go.
We are the future, Charles. They no longer matter. And just don't get in my way.
Oh gosh. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Savage Bat. He is doing some fire streams on the weekend. He's also with us on Delta Squad streams, reviewing Andor show. Make sure you guys check out his channel. We have the link in the chat, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. My boy Sky, what you got going on?
Yo, I want to say much love and appreciation for you guys for having me on, yo. And you know, it's always dope being able to be over here and feel you guys' energy and everything. You guys have really cultivated a nice space, and it's just super dope. In terms of what I got coming up, yo, I'm going live tomorrow now, I guess, right? Because I gotta go live post Scoop Center now. I don't know what I'm gonna be talking about, but I'm sure it's gonna be exciting. Yeah. Other than that, I'm sure on Wednesday we probably got Freezing Cold Takes over on the Good Austin's channel. Nice. And also I got some stuff with Stino coming up. We actually about to record pretty soon. And get some basketball content out for you guys. I might end up on one of Necron's the Witching Hour episodes, and also I'm going to be doing a watch along for another movie coming up pretty soon as well. So got a lot of dope stuff coming. And just
can you
stay
at least
tuned.
reveal what the movie is? You don't have to.
Sky.
Hey, text me and let me see and watch my reaction.
Downton Abbey.
Corey, that was actually perfect, bro. That was actually perfect. Yeah. But now, look, I just gotta say, in terms of like the stuff that we have been hinting at but can't really speak to. I mean this when I say this. It has been a burden to know this and not be able to tell you guys. But I think that you're gonna be even more like you're gonna be so shocked and you're gonna be happy that you didn't know, right? And we're all gonna be able to celebrate together because it is going to be some joyous news all around. And so, I just think that, when these things happen, just, take solace in knowing that Seal Nation and the Mikey verse and Cool Table and all us over here, like we had everybody's back, and this is where we need to be hanging out at. And I'm not real. Look, everybody that was talking shit, just let them eat cake. You know what I'm saying? Because it's over. It's a wrap. It's done. Finito. This shit is like Vince Carter at the 2000 Slam Dunk contest. Like it's just over. Like it's over. You know what I'm saying? So much love and appreciation. And Mikey, shout out to you in general. You already know why.
Thank you.
You know what
Thank
I'm saying? You're a fucking legend, bro. Like, and this is monumental stuff, yo. Hashtag Mikey was right all along.
Breaking news, guys. I just got some breaking news just now. Looks like Black Adam hasn't been banned in China. There's just no release date yet. That's all it is.
Awesome.
Nice.
Great.
So there's no confirmation of a banning. That's been a rumor, but there's been no confirmation of a banning. So there's still a chance. Not that it'll happen, but there's still a chance it'll get released in China. They're waiting for a release date or a decision from China. So this film might get over that hump they're looking for.
Yes.
I mean, it's still a success, but I'm just saying, for it to make that $670 million, you need China to do that. So
yeah,
absolutely. Well, that's great news because we talked about that earlier today, and the rumors weren't looking good. But it's good to hear that. Awesome, fantastic news. My man Vega, what you got going on with you?
Oh, let's see. Well, first and foremost, Trey, Corey, thanks for having me on. The panel, all you gentlemen were great today. So shout out to you guys. Great conversation, good time as always. And hopefully we can do this again sometime. As far as what I got going on my channel, well, Il Divino Vega, that's the channel. I'm trying to get more consistent with the Chop Shop stuff. It's just, I'm on the road a lot, so kind of hard to get a hold of that. But apart from that, at least there's new music to hold you down till then. So if you haven't checked it out, listen to the Vega pamphlet. And yeah, just check out my music. I got new music videos coming out soon. So yeah, I'm excited, and maybe even possibly like a few shows coming up. So
awesome.
I'm gonna see if I can get those live. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Live
Keep
rules,
us in touch
man.
about those live shows, man. I'm excited. The whole coffee talk song, man. That thing's fire.
Oh, it's awesome.
Fire.
And the Vega, I'll be in touch with you soon about that
sure.
project that I told you about. So I'll be in touch soon.
For sure.
Awesome.
Sounds good, Mike.
My boy Taladia, what you got going on?
Well, I've got a lot of things going on. Pop me up. And yeah, so I've got not only will I be doing Gotham Knight stuff, but I'm also doing a show for DC, talking about this week news in DC, from James Gunn to all the different stuff. I'm having guests on my channel, and furthermore, I'll be, one day I'll probably want to get Mikey on and probably get back channel.
Great.
That'd be awesome to have you guys on, and to have, it was a great panel. And I gotta say one thing though, please support Mikey on whatever he does, whether it's the Mikey verse, whether it's what's it called, whether it's Gigasti, whether it's Dreamwalker. Support all of it. Support Trey. Support everybody in the panel.
Thank you,
as we help each other. That's the way we see it.
Thanks.
We're all big ones. We're all big multiverse family here. So
absolutely, absolutely.
One big giant Mikey verse family.
Soul Nation.
My man El Dacron slashing the betas up. What you got going on?
Blow me up, sir. Thank you.
Yep, I got this.
Bro, I got I'm gonna be doing a Wasp, the band retrospective with my boy Trans Am that used to be me in a band. Now he's in Goat Whore. a freaking internationally known metal band. I am gonna be working with Sky again. We're gonna be doing another freaking witch. We're gonna do a witching hour for rap. So how's that?
Hell yeah.
Maybe I think
Cool.
I want Super Bro to rock jump in on that one too. I
I'm
wanna see
down
his
for that.
reaction.
Yep, I'm down for that.
Yeah, so that'll fucking throw off all my fan base. What else? I think that's about it, man. And of course, I've always been. Oh yeah, I want to publicly thank Skywalker for letting me be a part of the cool table. I appreciate
Oh
that.
my God, come on, man.
You know.
Damn, bro. Hey, I'm
you know what?
I'm
I
getting
forgot
all fucking emotional, bro. Like, come on, man.
too many emotions in one night, right, bro?
Hey, Necron, I have to ask, man, is that a real knife too? Fuck yeah, it's real. I knew Necron was legit.
Somebody with this shit.
Necron never fakes things.
Dude, we need to get that thing super sharp and just like start smashing pumpkins.
I'm holding it very carefully because if I drop it, it's gonna fuck me up.
We don't need that.
Smashing pumpkins.
What else? Oh yeah, my fucking record came out.
Sword
yeah,
fight.
Corey. Thunderbolt fist. I did a split album with a band from Germany called Omega Vortex. It's out in Europe on Invictus Records, and it's out in America on Dark Descent Records. And it's actually like an EP worth of music from each band. My band Pius Levis has a side, and they have a side, like 5 songs each. So it comes out like 45 plus minutes of real music.
Oh wow!
Bro.
Yeah, and it's called from the void comes paranormal death.
Ooh.
Necron, you gotta send me a link to that, bro. I gotta listen.
Yeah, drop the link in the chat and then on the comments after the stream's over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. I'll drop.
Do you want me to grab his link? Because I can go and get it now and just post it in the chat.
Yeah, dude. Either way, we just show it to the world, my man.
Yeah,
dude,
you're probably faster at that than me. So yeah.
That is so sick, Necron. That's awesome, dude. My boy Slay, the first time being on our panel. Thank you so much, sir. What you got going on?
Thank you. I tweet a lot about comic book news, and I'm at Slade Movies etc on Twitter, and I'm on Bat City on YouTube, and I do a lot of fan made movie trailers, and I did one for the Ayer Cut not too long ago, and where I just take the movie and then I make a new trailer out of it.
It's Bat City stuff, right?
Yeah. That's
Very
it.
cool. Awesome, dude. Well, that is super exciting. I'll have to check that out
And
as well.
all I gotta say is like restore the Snyderverse, release the Ayer Cut, bring back Zach, all that.
Hell yeah. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Please subscribe to Bat City Stuff. I'll have to check that out as well. Man, thank you so much for being here with us. And of course, Mr. Mikey Scooper Supreme, who's
Hell's
dropping
Mikey.
craziness.
It's been a wild couple of days. You know what's the most difficult thing is when the one person you want to tell a scoop to you're not allowed to say anything. That is really, really tough. And it's been such a challenge. You like getting information is not as easy as you think, because what if you can't tell anybody?
Right.
Yeah.
Then you're having these conversations that are starting to become kind of awkward, right? Like you're so tempted to spill, you can't say a word. So it is what it is. Hopefully, well, I won't be able to spill it though. So some the trades will. So we'll let them do the talking. So Skywalker, when are you on next?
After Scoop Center tomorrow, probably.
Okay. So, Socks, if you could tune in tomorrow, Skywalker, I'm going to let you in on the inner circle during the backstage during the Skywalker show. And also, I'll be on Scoop Center tomorrow with Sil Abdul, obviously, because more things to discuss. You can see mag.com. Got We got some articles coming out tomorrow morning. There's just a lot of things going on. Just want to say, guys, have faith in James Gunn. There's a lot of exciting stuff to look forward to. It's so easy to judge early and jump to conclusions, but it's not what you think. It wasn't Gunn's decision to release or not release the Ayer Cut. It's not up to him. Okay, I will say that. Gunn is responsible for the creative end of the DCU, not the green lighting stuff. That's going to be DeLuca, Abdi, and Zaslav who are doing the green lighting. The creative direction of that DC universe, though, is Gunn's. Like what story arc they're going to use, what characters are going to be in development, that's Gunn. But whether or not a certain project gets released or greenlit, no, that's above his pay grade. Okay, just want to bring that out there.
Awesome.
And behind the scenes, there's a lot of exciting things that are going to happen. Be very, very happy. Look how happy Skywalker is. He knows something. So, thank you for letting me be on the
did
show
I throw
tonight.
my phone earlier?
Yeah, you did. That's the money shot, man. That's the money shot right there, man.
Hey, if any of y'all are doing streaming, I would like to do something like this again because I've never done this. I've done it before, but I want to get back into it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah,
sure.
we'll
Definitely.
So if you can just reach out to me on Twitter next time y'all doing it, that'd be great.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, bro. We'll definitely do that at some point. Man, Mikey, congrats on all the success lately, man. All
Thank
the
you.
W's.
Yeah,
Congrats on
man.
all the Dreamwalker comics.
Oh, thank you so much for your support for that book. I mean, that book's everything to me. So thank
It's
you.
so
much.
good, man. Yeah.
Still waiting for Monica to come in, man.
Right. Yeah. Oh, Zod coming in hot with the link, man. We'll have to check that out. That's gonna be
And
exciting.
guys, make sure you do sub to the Geekosity YouTube page, guys. That would
Yes.
actually
Thank
help out Mikey.
Oh, by the way,
just passed 1K, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And I just want to bring the analysis already. I'm gonna do my first live show on Geekosity.
Oh my
And
God!
I think it's next weekend. I think. I believe I'll let you guys know. It'll be the reunion of Super Team Megaforce with Sil Abdul and Edward Lauder and TiVo, and so it'll be a blast.
Very cool.
But with Nick Ron, I gotta tell you this. I have a friend. I'm not sure if she still works there at Roadrunner Records.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Wow. That's a
stuff.
nice connection.
I heard Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Super Team Megaforce, which is a group of scoopers that we had at Spirit Lived.
Sorry, my
yeah, no worries. Yeah, and one day I'm gonna surprise you guys with story time. I'm gonna bring it back one day.
Yes.
And tell you
story time with
I love story time, man.
Yeah, man.
Those are friends. I still had no idea when I first did. They had no idea that I was gonna do something like that. Just like. What are you talking about? Like frozen ants, like what the
retro.
It was fun.
All the newbies were all, "What am I hearing?" You don't know. You don't know.
Yeah, it got pretty bad at the end, though. It got pretty bad with the snakes and everything.
What's up, Retro? Hey, Mikey, I had a question for you. As far as people who maybe have not caught up on Dreamwalker and got some of the, first and second so far, are you guys ever going to be? I know you did a small release of them again, but are there any plans for future re-releases of the ones that came out already?
The one that we're actually I'm writing issue 3 right now. So that's the next one coming out. All the first 6 stories will be in the trade. Once the whole storyline is done.
Nice.
But secondskincomics.com is where you can order your copies. They have actually they don't have all the some of the things are gone now. They have the second print of issue 1 with the Philippine flag. And then they have 2 variants of issue 2. But the first cover sold out immediately.
Yeah.
So they sell out pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
But looking forward to seeing some of you guys in the comic book. Savage Bat, Sky, and Necron are all going to be popping up in there.
And Socks. Don't forget Socks. He's the
Socks is
fucking-
about the most demented. Yeah, he collects socks from dead people, which is. I think it's one of the funniest shit, Also, I am. Socks giving us really great idea. I'm gonna run with it. Dreamwalker trading cards. I think it's awesome to have Dreamwalker trading cards.
Talking of trading cards, Trey, get your Dreamwalker collection out for a second. Let's do a little Dreamwalker trading card thing. What you got there? You got the Filipino.
Yeah.
Got the original first cover, print A.
Nice.
And then second, I haven't gotten the variant yet of the issue 2, but
right.
Awesome. That's sold out. That's gone. That's completely gone.
Right.
Wow.
Bring me up there, Corey. Or
is this a pissing contest?
Oh, yes, it is.
Signature from
Signed by now. There's a Filipino variant signed by Noel. And just because I'm a greedy motherfucker, I've got 2 signed by Noel. This is Dreamwalker 2 variant signed by Noel. Second variant signed by Noel. Third variant signed by Noel. And there you go.
And let's not forget the poster on your wall.
It's and the poster behind me, and just to rub the salt in the wounds, I've got 4 of them, which I'm going to add together and make a massive poster out of. That's a royal flush.
But here's what I'm planning on with the trading cards, guys. I'm actually going to have this has never been done before, I don't think. I'm going to have the first appearances of some of the characters in the trading cards before they're in the book. So Savage Bat, you'll get your first real appearance on a trading card, and maybe those collect like Skywalker will be making his first appearance on a trading card before Silver and Gold comes out. So a lot of cool things that we're planning here.
Yeah,
I think so.
And I'm glad you're doing a trade as well too, because I don't like to read my one comics, of it all. So I'll be reading the trade and everything like that. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, this book was made for a trade anyway. There's a lot of mystery that won't be solved until a future issue. So if you read them all at once, you don't have to wait like 6 months for the next issue to come out. There you go. He's got a Nelly Sanders variant.
I gotta come here and brag a little bit, because this version here of Dreamwalker is going for so much money right now.
Yeah.
And it's the most beautiful comic book cover I've ever seen, for obvious reasons. But I will say that, I had to come on here and show this, since Savage Bat showed all the other variants, but he didn't show this one. So I just wanted to come back and
where can I buy this
show this
series?
beautiful edition.
To be honest, so just killed my raw flush.
Well,
hey guys, where can I buy this?
Not to brag or anything, but being the creator writer, I bought Natalie's original painting of that cover.
That's a beautiful cover. It's so wonderful.
Nice.
Not to brag or anything, but I've seen it. I know about this.
Yeah, you've seen it. I showed you a picture.
Well, Zod, now that we have you back on, as we start filing it up, what are some of the final things you got coming up on your channel?
Well, I'll have Neil Sevens on for late night Q&A with Zod Ryder this Thursday night.
Nice.
I'm excited because, again, I do. We do the Bat and the Kryptonian on Saturdays, me and the Savage Bat, so looking forward to that. And I'm, of course, going to be there for Scoop Center. I'm going to be there for whatever Skywalker has going on after Scoop Center. And the truth is, I'm just so excited about everything that we have going forward as a fandom, and I'm definitely proud of Dreamwalker. Dreamwalker is a wonderful franchise. I've got all of the comic books right here, and I got to tell you that I can't get enough. I'm excited, and I think that there's just greatness in abundance here, and it's all thanks to you, Mikey. You are awesome.
Well, question is, how many copies will Zod get at issue 3 where he makes his debut?
Oh my God, Mikey, you already know this. My mother is planning on buying like 100 copies of that. So,
like I only intended Zod to be in one panel. Now he's like on 4 pages of Zod now in issue 3. He's so fun to write,
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that.
When do you expect issue 3 to drop? I think I heard somewhere spring next year or something like that.
It was supposed to come out Christmas, but I'm still writing it, so it's been delayed. It's gonna come out Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Which is perfect because it's kind of a twisted love story with the villain. So.
Beautiful.
And it's really weird.
I see the Jeepney Haunted Jeep variant coming out on my birthday. That's coming out on my birthday.
It's already out. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome. That's
crazy.
crazy.
But yeah, there's
That's what I got.
multiple covers for issue 3 as well. But it gets my goal was to outstrange Doctor Strange. Since Matt Reeves couldn't out Nolan, well, I'm gonna outstrange Doctor Strange.
Mikey, you already succeeded. I mean, Dreamwalker's incredible, and it's beautiful writing, beautiful artwork.
Absolutely.
Like I said, very cinematic. It's wonderful. People are, anybody that isn't reading this comic book is doing themselves a disservice.
Where can I buy it?
Thank you. It's fun to write. I mean, that issue 2 was written during when the pandemic hit, which is why it's so dark. Because I was really kind of claustrophobic and stuff and isolated. It kind of came out in the book. Issue 3 is just pure like psychedelia. So it's fun.
Awesome.
I love fun.
And to answer Slade, you can purchase the comics at secondskincomics.com.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where you can pick them up there. Good luck in trying to find some because a lot of them are sold out. You'll have to get some of the second prints and the variant covers, but definitely worth it.
But I was seeing people mention that in the comments as well, and it's good to know that if you haven't picked them up yet, you can at least know that there's going to be a trade along the way.
And not only that, there's some incredible scalpers on eBay right now. If you want to pay a little extra. I mean, Mikey, have you seen the prices? It's incredible.
I have. I'm like,
I saw this one. I saw this one on eBay not too long ago, literally for $400.
Yep.
And I was just like, that's insane.
This is Savage's face. Now he knows that he has to pay $400 for a comic.
Hey, I'm the motherfucking Batman. I'll find ways around it.
He's like, Trey, I need that 100 pounds back.
Get that digital release instead, huh?
Right.
Nah, fuck that. It's got to be physical.
Right.
What's up, big fella Leon?
It's good to see you, man. Well, guys, thank you so much. I want to thank everyone on the panel. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with Super Bro Corey and I and talking about all the crazy news going on in the DC world. And especially thank you to everyone in the chat and all the people that did super chats today. Like, seriously, that really means a lot to us when you guys support us in that way. And I just can't thank you guys enough. Make sure, if you haven't already, smash that like, share this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. I am your host, Trey, with the Super Bro Corey. And don't forget to tune in weekly.
Same bat time.
Same bat channel.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Batman out.